Like you don't have to wait. Go ahead and let's talk about it now.
Uh,
All right. So Jason, how's it going, Jason? Are you at least 18? And do you think you could give me a good reason to believe in a God?
uh, so I'm gonna be kind of direct with the question. I'm 43, and I am what most people would call a crazy person because of the stuff that I believe in. But to answer your question, I would say there is no God, and the way that I would define what most people God is not anything that most people have ever heard of.
Okay, that's interesting. Uh, so you don't believe in a God, or you do believe in a God?
I do not believe in the existence of a God, and I see all religions as control and manipulation systems.
Okay, sure. Like that's that's what I believe as well. So I think we're gonna go ahead and agree. I would like to people who actually do believe in a God and think they can give me a good reason.
No, but I can actually give you a good reason for my beliefs. I have been, just so you know, I used to be a Christian. I'm no longer a Christian, but I grew up in a Christian family in Eastern Europe.
Mhm.
And what made me change my beliefs in life is when I was going to college in the United States, which is where I lived for like 20 plus years. I made a friend who told me what he believed in, and it sounded so ridiculous in the beginning, but it was like it's so ridiculous. I have to try to understand why you believe such ridiculous things. And I looked into it and I came to believe it as well. But long story short, the word God, and there's much more. I'm just giving you the top of the surface here. The word God, if you actually research it, it comes from the Hebrew Elohim,
Mhm.
Elohim in Hebrew. And if you research that, Elohim means gods, Gods with an S at the end. I could go further. I don't know if you want me to. I'll just leave it at that for now. But the word God actually comes from a word that comes gods with an S at the end, not just God.
Okay, sure. So what is it supposed to tell us?
Um, okay, I'll tell you.
Well,
If you
actually,
no no I'll tell you, but I just don't want to tell you like, hey, this is what I believe in and you should believe it because I'm telling you. I would prefer that you would do the research rather than me just giving you the answer. But I'll just give you the answer if that's what you want. But
well,
I'm
I'm
telling.
trying to kind of reach to what kind of your point is because you already said that you don't believe in a God, right?
Yeah, and I think now you're showing yourself as an undercover Christian, which I don't like.
All right, cool. All right, Chris, how's it going, Chris? Are you at least 18, and do you think you give me a good reason to believe in a God?
Yeah, I'm 34. And how are you doing today?
I'm all right. How's it going? All right. So, what do you think that good reason is?
I believe the good reason is well, first of all, I would like to know what do you mean by God? Are you talking about like Abrahamic religious God, Judeo-Christian God, or are we talking about a specific God here, or are we just talking about the concept of a God like a higher power who is also a conscious being?
Um, yeah, sure, all of that.
I mean, it's important to note because the reason why I say that
Okay, let's do
why I
this.
asked
The
that
one
question.
that you believe in. What's the one that you believe in?
Okay, I'll say I don't want to use the word belief though. I would rather say the one that I've experienced. Okay, and the only time that I've ever experienced anything godlike would be under altered states of consciousness.
What does that mean?
And the reason why I believe that altered states of consciousness, like any substance that you take, puts you in an altered state of consciousness, but under altered states of consciousness under certain psychedelics.
Okay, so you're saying that you got really, really high on some shrooms one day, and that's what you experienced, and that was God.
No, not shrooms. More like are you familiar with dimethyltryptamine or DMT for short?
So acid.
No. Dimethyltryptamine and acid are two different things. Acid is from ergot, which is a fungus I believe that grows on wheat.
Okay. So
DMT
whatever.
is a substance that is
How
found
does
in
this show a
all
God?
organisms.
Let's get to that. How does it show a
Well,
God?
when you take DMT and you go into altered state of consciousness, you have what's called a breakthrough, and in that breakthrough, you have this thing called an ego death. This is something that's experienced by thousands of people for thousands of years, and what you'll see is in the accounts is that they come in contact with particular beings. Let's call them spirits for lack of a better definition. And one of those spirits is one that has been nicknamed Mother DMT. And the thing about it is that this is a being that has been experienced by many different people who have went under altered states of consciousness using dimethyltryptamine. Disclaimer: dimethyltryptamine is a category one drug in the United States of America, but it is also naturally produced in the human brain, and there's also evidence that it might be a neurotransmitter within the brain. Not only that, are you familiar with the predictive model of reality that your brain creates for you to perceive reality?
Not really, because I'm not a quantum mechanic, but unless you are you gonna do you know how to explain it the way that they would know how to explain it?
No, not necessarily. I have no credentials in that area, but there are articles from credentialed scientists who have studied this. This is where I'm getting this from, straight.gov websites. You can look it up. But the predictive model that your brain creates for you to perceive reality is actually dampered by dimethyltryptamine. And not only that, it heightens the functionality of the brain that is responsible for imagination. And with that would be evidence of the well, I don't want to call it a drug. Let's call it a chemical. This chemical affects your brain by lowering the predictive model that your brain creates for you to perceive reality. Things that are a side effect of the predictive model that your brain has are things like illusions. Like we wouldn't experience illusions, visual illusions, the way we do if it wasn't for the predictive model that our brain uses to perceive
Okay,
reality.
this is all very very nice. How does this show that a
Mhm.
God exists? Because you're just talking about being high, bro. Like
Because
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
take
no,
a
no.
I'm gonna take an edible with my
Let me
wife
ask.
tonight. That doesn't mean a God exists.
Okay. So let me ask you this: have you done any research at all on dimethyltryptamine?
I don't care about dimethyltryptamine. No, I
No, no,
haven't.
no, no.
But
See,
that doesn't.
you
Hold on.
have
Wait,
to.
wait, wait.
You
Hold on.
have to. You have to. Okay.
Stop, 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 stop. That does not matter. How does that show that a God exists? I haven't done any research on botany either, but it doesn't show that a God exists, right?
Okay, but what I'm telling you is that when you are
What
in
up,
this
Lords?
ultra state of consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
you meet conscious, intelligent beings in that ultra state of reality. Those beings have been seen by multiple people
Mm-hmm.
who have witnessed it across the world who have never met each other. This is evidence of something,
Hey,
is what
live
I'm
goal
saying.
reach. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's evidence that we be getting high as shit, bro. That's what the evidence is.
See, and that's what I mean by have you done your research on it? Because there is evidence to suggest that dimethyltryptamine might be responsible for your very perception of day to day reality. So when I say that it lowers the predictive model of your brain is only able to perceive certain things in this reality. It only it. Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Your brain only allows you to perceive the things that are important for you to survive in this reality. That's why there are certain colors on the color spectrum that you can't see. It's outside of your perception, but those colors still exist. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, of course. But you still just
Okay.
talking about getting
So
high, bro.
see, this is
How do,
exactly
how
what
do
I
we
mean.
how do we hold on?
Okay.
How do we actually show evidence that these creatures that people saw are actual real creatures in some other fifth higher dimension? How do we actually prove that to be true?
Okay. First of all, let me stop you there. There is a negative connotation that you're putting behind it by saying just getting high. These are two different. This isn't just getting high. There is
It's, it's,
evidence
it's,
that
it's getting high, bro. It's getting high because yeah, there's evidence that
you
the chemical that you're
you don't
talking
get
about
high on
there's
dimethyltryptamine.
there there's evidence that the chemical that you're talking about alters your state of mind, right? So does THC, so does cocaine, et cetera, et cetera. Like
Did you
motherfuckers is
under
getting
see
high,
this?
bro.
Okay. So I'm just gonna ask you this: do your homework, because what you're saying is a very uneducated opinion on this thing. What I just explained to you is
Yeah, bro, niggas is getting high. That's what's going on. People is getting high. None of this proves any type of God. All right, like motherfuckers is getting high. That's what's going on. All right, y'all, go ahead and keep liking the live, keep sharing. Kay, I do see you in the guest box, but I'm only taking opposition for now. We had a amazing panel yesterday. I wish you was here, but yeah, we had it was great yesterday. But I'm just taking the ops for now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bring people up. Go ahead and keep liking the live. All right, Twin over on my YouTube. He says, I believe we are gods and goddesses. We create life, take life. If you close your eyes and say something to yourself, that's not you. That's a God in you. But I do believe that there is one higher God. All right, sure. Twin, go ahead and hit that link that I said to hit, and then we can go ahead and talk about that, and we can have more conversations about it, because that's very weird, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, so when it comes to the last guest, yeah, motherfuckers was getting high, bro. Yeah, that's all it is. Nah, Chris, the niggas is getting high, bro. That's what it is. All right, y'all took some really good shit in the woods, and you imagined something. I remember when I almost overdosed on some Eddie Winslow's, and I felt that I was seeing, uh, beings in a fifth, sixth dimension that perceive us the same way that we perceive goldfish. Goldfish can't really perceive us or understand us, right? So I thought that those beings in those six dimensions were seeing us the same way that we see goldfish. Does that mean that those six dimensional beings actually exist, or was I just high as balls? I was higher than the giraffe balls, bro. That's what was going on. There's no evidence of anything else. All right. So until we actually have evidence of these higher dimensional beings or whatever, then there's no point to what you're saying. Yeah, sure, Brandon. There could be different dimensions. I'm not saying that there could be different dimensions. We just don't have any evidence of higher dimensional beings or some shit. All right, Tariq, go ahead and come up and talk to me about that. You too, Brandon, if you want to go ahead and talk to me about it. Sean, I do have some left. I'll inbox you and let you know which brand that I took. But you gotta be careful though, because I almost overdosed. So you gotta be careful. All right. All right.
What's up?
So Tariq, how's it going, Tariq? Are you at least 18, and do you think you give me a good reason to believe in a God?
Yes, I'm over 18. I was gonna say, I don't like to tell people I have a reason for them to believe in my personal God, but to go from atheist to agnostic is what I did. Some people, whenever they make that logical conclusion, they don't always deduce that to a God.
Okay. So here's what I say when I say I'm an agnostic atheist, right? Meaning that I don't know, I don't have knowledge one way or another of whether or not a God exists. But I'm an atheist because I don't believe in one. Are you saying that you don't have any knowledge that a God exists or not, but you do believe in one?
Uh, the way I went from atheist to agnostic was due to, for instance, the contingency argument, logically deducing a necessary being, but that doesn't, automatically equate to when people say it's this God or that God, etc. Some people even call that a simulation.
The contingent argument doesn't lead to a necessary being at all. It just says that the universe had to have started from somewhere. That doesn't mean the being started.
Well, the reason why they say necessary being is because whenever it started from something, is that it has to be outside of the current space and time. And if that something had, say, that necessary being was a brick for whatever reason, with no will of anything, then it couldn't will the universe into existence. So that's why they say necessary being.
Do clouds have will?
Do clouds have will?
Yes.
Uh, I would say no.
They still create rain, don't they?
Well, also, uh,
No,
I
wait.
really
Go
love
back.
this argument. I
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I really love this. So this is another thing that, because I love science and everything. This was another thing that kind of pivoted me into this is a lot of people make the claim through the bias of viewing things through uh, an Aristotle bias of seeing something as this causing that. When we make a scientific observation, we make that observation, but we can't say that logically, rationally, that this causes that. It's something we observe. Uh,
This doesn't
and
really
that's what
address
creates it.
what I said though. You said that
What am I
whatever
saying?
existed. You said whatever
Hold on a
existed
second.
outside of space of time. You said whatever existed outside space of time had to have some will to create the universe, and which is why they have a being. We both agreed that clouds don't have a will, but they still create rain, which means that whatever if we assume that the universe was created, whatever could have created it does not necessarily need to be some sort of being. It could have just been a natural process that we do not understand, because clouds also create lightning, right? Lightning's just charged ions. There is no will
This
there.
is this is what I'm saying. The interpretation of the scientific observation you have, that is something that science deals with, and that's something why science has trouble with quantum, is because you can't rationally say the clouds produce rain. It's a scientific
We
observation
can
that we see that.
rationally say that because they do produce rain. Every time there's clouds, there's also rain. Well, not every time. I'll give you that. It's not every time. It's when clouds get heavy enough, and then rain drops. But like, yeah, we can rationally do that because we see clouds. The clouds get heavier, and then rain falls. So how can we not say that clouds produce rain? It's we literally
Because
see it.
that's inconsistent. It's not a logical truth. It's not rational. It's a
Yes, it is.
normative
So
truth.
what creates rain then?
The clouds do not create the rain.
What did
We
they do
observe
then?
that. The reason why I'm saying this, and the reason why I'm saying that this doesn't hold, is because as we've broken into quantum and quantum physics, these very statements do not hold in quantum physics.
For quantum physics is not what we're talking about here. You're literally saying that clouds do not produce rain. That goes against like every single like that goes against meteorology like completely. It goes against meteorology, it goes against chemistry, it goes against all of that. You're saying that H2O is not a thing?
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
I'm literally not understanding what you're saying, because you're saying that clouds don't produce rain when we literally see that happen.
Hold on,
What are you
hold on
talking
a
about?
second. I gotta go. I'll be back. Hold on a second. Something came up. I'll follow you and join later.
All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and bring up Brandon. Brandon, how's it going, Brandon? Are you at least 18, and do you think you can give me a good reason to believe in a God?
Yeah, I'm at least 18.
All right,
But
cool.
on the
Why
back on the
why
back
why
of
don't
what you
why
just
don't
said,
clouds produce rain?
because the water hits the rain. I mean, the water hits the cloud.
The water hits the cloud. You
Right,
realize
but
that cloud. You
hold
realize
on,
that clouds.
brother.
You realize that clouds are a gas version of liquid, right?
Listen to what I'm saying. Can you have a cloud there, right? And then the water goes in the cloud, then it becomes heavy, yes or no?
No, clouds are
Okay,
water,
nice
my
try,
friend.
bro. No, no,
Clouds
no,
are
no,
water.
that's a lie. See, this
Clouds
is where
are
you're lying.
water
You
in
can,
vapor form,
brother,
my guy.
brother, you can
Clouds
find a
are
cloud.
water in vapor form, my
You
guy.
repeating it doesn't mean you're winning the argument.
Okay, you want me to bring it up?
There
You
are
want me to bring it up?
clouds.
You want to bring it up on screen?
No. Listen to
No,
what
I'm
I'm
gonna bring it
saying.
up on screen. I'm bringing it up on screen.
Brother, this argument is weak, man. Clouds do not create water. You tried, though.
Clouds do not create water.
No, they don't. Water was created before a cloud. Nice try, though.
Are clouds made out of water?
No,
Clouds
they
are not
are
made out of
not.
water.
No, the water, the substance of water was created before there was a cloud.
That's not what I asked you. I said,
No,
are
no, that
clouds
shows,
made
but that
of water?
shows, that
That's not. Hold
shows
on,
that,
listen. That's not what I
listen,
asked
that
you. That's not what I
shows
asked you.
that
That's not what I
clouds
asked you.
don't,
I
didn't
asked you,
invent
are
water.
clouds made of? I said clouds create rain. That's what I said.
Clouds
But I
don't
asked,
create rain
asked
because
yes.
rain,
Hold on,
rain
listen.
comes
Hold on,
before
hold
the
on, hold
clouds,
on.
bro.
No, they do not. Rain does not come before clouds. That is
Yes, it
fucking
does,
stupid.
bro.
No,
You
no, it
tried,
does
bro.
not.
You're
No, it
lying.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Stop
No, it
commuting.
doesn't. I'm gonna mute you because it's my live, and I'm not gonna fight for the
Brother,
mic.
it's not your
I'm
live.
not gonna fight for the mic in my own live. So
Yes,
you're
we have.
actually going to have a conversation with me instead of
Free app,
trying
bro.
to. You're gonna have a conversation with me instead of trying to run over the
Now
conversation.
you just
You're going to have a conversation with me instead of
lying.
trying to run over it. All right. So you're going to have a conversation with me instead of trying to run over it. Okay. You claimed that clouds are not made of water. All you got to do is hit the Google, and then you'll see that yes,
Google
clouds
cannot save
are
you.
made of
Prophet
water.
Google is not gonna save
All you
you, bro.
gotta
Nice
do
try,
is
though.
hit the Google, and
Nah,
yes, you'll see that clouds are made of
nice
water.
try, bro.
If
Nice
clouds
try.
are not made of water, what are they made of? You can come off
Bro,
mute now.
you're the
If
confusion.
hold on, wait, no, wait. Answer this
You're the
question.
confusion.
You need to answer this question. If clouds are
You
not
have
made
to
of
answer
water,
my question.
no. If clouds are not made of water, what are they made of?
You have to answer that, smart guy.
They're made of water, you fucking idiot.
No,
What are
no,
clouds
they're
made
not,
out
bro,
of?
guys.
You're
No,
the
they're
one
not.
who said that clouds are
Nah,
not made out of
you
more
try, bro,
out of
bro.
water.
And don't call
All right,
nobody
this
an
is a
idiot
waste of
but
time.
you
This is a
him.
waste of time. All right, King, how's it going, King?
Yeah, man, last guy
Are
was
you at least
last.
18, and do you think you give me good reason to believe in a God?
Yes, I am. Last guy was correct, by the way. But yeah, I am over 18
No,
years of
Last
age.
guy was not correct. What are clouds made out of?
I mean, I'm gonna let the last guy
What are
answer it.
clouds made out of, King?
I'm not. Hey, man, I'm not getting.
No,
down this topic.
no, King, stop. You said the last guy was right. The last guy said cloud. Hold on, King, be quiet for a second. You said the last guy was right. King, be quiet for a second. You said the last guy was right, and the last guy said clouds are not made out of water. What are clouds made out of?
Clouds are made out of what water is made out of, my boy.
There we go. Clouds is made out of water, so the last person was wrong, wasn't he?
Yeah, man. Whatever.
No, Don't
whatever
tell me
you wanna
whatever.
hear.
Yes or no?
Whatever you want to hear. man.
Don't tell me whatever I want to hear. You just said that clouds are made out of water. The last guest said clouds are not made out of water. Was he wrong?
I said clouds are made out of what water is made out of.
Clouds are made of water, my guy. And water is made out of hydrogen and oxygen.
Okay,
Hydrogen and
man.
oxygen is water. Correct or right?
man.
Hold
Hey,
on.
man. Hey,
H2O is H2O water? We learned this in high school. I know you graduated high school, bro.
Hey, man. Whatever makes you sleep at night. Let's
So
keep it rolling.
King. Stop. I don't want you to just say whatever, all right? We have to agree on certain facts. Hold on, stop. We need to agree on, hold on, bro, chill. We need to agree on certain points of reality if we're going to have a discussion. Is H2O not water? Yes or no?
H2O is water.
Okay, so clouds are made of H2O, right or wrong?
Correct.
So clouds are made of water.
Yeah, man.
Great, let's move on now. What is a good reason for me to believe in a God?
Well, to me, the number one obvious reason is, hey, man, look at you. You are alive.
Yes, I'm alive and I do exist. How does that prove a God exists?
Man, if you exist,
Actually, let me ask you a clarifying question. Which God are you talking about?
I'm talking about the one God, just the one.
Which one is that? Which the one God? Because the one God, as far as I know, is Olodumare, the God of the Orishas.
Well, all those where you're thinking, do they worship something?
What are you talking
Are
about?
You're saying your God that you came up with was who? Who was what you were?
Olodumare, the God of the Orishas.
The God of the Orishas. So
Yep.
they that was back in history. That's what you're telling me. It happened a long time ago, right?
The Yoruba people still exist. Do you know about the Orisha religion?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I
the
mean, what-
Orisha religion is, or actually, like I said, the Yoruba religion. The Yoruba religion is of the Yoruba people of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have a god named Olodumare, and since I descend from the Yoruba people and the Fon people and the Akan people because of slavery, since I descend from them, that's my ancestors' god. So why shouldn't I worship that god instead of the one that you're talking about? Matter of fact, what is the one you're talking about? Is the one you're talking about come from the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita? Which one does it come from?
For me personally, yeah, the flaw with all those religions are you're worshiping something outside of yourself. You are God. God is within you, my friend. You are part of God.
Okay,
You're part of-
this doesn't really tell me anything because if I'm part of God, how do I tell God apart from this bottle of water right here? Is this bottle of water also part of God?
That's man-made.
So this jacket is also part of God or is man-made? Well, the jacket is man-made. You're correct. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're right about that.
hey
The
man,
jacket is man-made. Yeah, no, you're right. The jacket is man-made. The shirt is man-made.
hey
These are
man,
all man-made.
you're ratting me
Hold
a
on, hold on. Wait, stop, 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 stop. Chill,
closet,
chill, chill,
and
chill, chill, chill,
you don't even
chill.
know,
King,
man.
king, king. Chill, chill. Okay. So,
You lost all your
hold
hair.
on.
You lost
Chill,
your brain
chill, chill,
cells.
chill, chill. So,
No brain
when
cells
you
left.
say that we're all part of God, how do I tell God apart from my dad or my mom or my sisters?
He's also within. You guys are all the same. We are all the same. We are a part of, if you want to call it God, energy, a big source. We are part of it.
Okay, you realize this tells me absolutely nothing, right? Because
What do you mean?
if we're
Yes.
all God, that's equivalent to saying there's no God at all. That's the same thing.
No. Well, when you think of God, you think of a higher power, a higher. You are part of the higher power.
Okay, what is the higher? So there is a higher power then.
There isn't a higher power. It's just the one, just the source. There is no higher power. It's not higher. It's just the collective. It's the one.
Okay, so it's humanity.
It's humanity. What's humanity? People?
Yeah, sure. It's people.
No, man. People are part of it for sure. I mean,
Okay,
that's
so
why. That's
so
why my
human
first.
human beings
Hold on. Hey,
human
bro.
beings
You didn't let
human
me
beings
finish. You didn't let me finish.
human beings
You didn't
are
let me
part of the
finish. You didn't
source.
let me finish. Hey,
So
bro.
human
You didn't
beings
let
are
me
part of the
finish.
source. What exactly is the source?
You see, man, you're a terrible debater because you can't let someone finish, man.
No, I already let you finish. So you said that we're all part
Oh
of it.
my
That's
God, you see?
that's all good and well. We're all part of it. We're all part of it.
You,
What is this it you're talking about? The
man,
source. What is the source? What is it? You there, King? King, go ahead and unmute yourself. What is the source?
yeah, man, who muted me? I mean, it
I
seems
didn't
like
mute you. I don't. I'm. My hands are right here. So what is the source?
man, hey, man, what is the source or a source? What are you asking? What is the source?
You're saying that we're all part of the higher power, but there is no higher
the
power.
God,
The
of the
power is the
God.
source. So what is the source exactly?
The source is everything,
Ev-
unlimited.
Gotcha. The source is everything. Okay, so if the source is everything, then this water bottle is part of the source, then, right?
I mean, is it like I said, man? That's man-made. That's created by man.
But you just said everything is part of the source. This is part of everything, is it not?
Yeah, but that's not God, man.
Wait, but
That's
so
not what that.
but you just said everything. So is this not part of everything? So it's not everything? What is it then? I'm just trying to understand, King. King, I'm trying to understand. You said that everything is. You said that the God is the source, and we're all part of God, and everything is part of the source. Everything is part of God. So this cell phone is part of everything, despite the fact of it being, man-made. It's a thing, so it's part of everything. So if this is not part of everything, what parts are part of the source and what parts are not?
He meant us as human beings.
No.
We're part
It's
of
not. No. Let him
No,
explain.
no,
Let him explain.
us human beings for sure, but everything that has like intelligence, living like a rock has intelligence.
Oh, so everything that has intelligence. Okay, cool. So
Well,
dolphins
but
are part of the source as well then.
I mean, dude, that's obvious, bro. What are you
Okay,
talking
cool.
about?
So dolphins are part of the source. How do I tell? So so humans are part of the source and dolphins are part of the source. That means humans and animals are all gods. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, man, you're thinking too all gods. Like you still think in the small pea brain mind of religion of gods and how
I'm just trying to
worshiping.
understand what the hell you're talking about, because you said that we're all part of this source thingy, and then you said anything that has intelligence, that's all good and well. Everything that has intelligence. So how about computers and AI? Because those have some intelligence.
Again, man-made.
But you said everything that has intelligence.
Man, you're a little slow. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, appreciate the insult for you being a moron. All right. What's your name? Repent X. All right, Repent. How you doing? Are you at least 18? And do you think you give me a good reason to believe in a God?
Can you hear me? Because my connection's pretty low here. But
Yeah,
can you
go
hear me
ahead.
pretty well?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, when I was hearing the conversation that God was saying. Basically, I think what he was trying to say is we're all part of one source. I don't think God is religious. I think we're free to be who we want to be, but I think we're all here to inspire one another.
Okay,
I
that's
think we all
equivalent to
came here
no
to
God at all, then, bro.
experience. I don't think we all.
That's pretty much equivalent to no God at all.
Not really,
Yeah, really, because if we're all God,
because
if all of us are God, then none of us are.
no, we're all part of God. We're all
Okay, we're all
gods. Like if
we're
you're
all
a man,
part
you're
of God.
gods. If you're a woman, you're goddess.
Okay, so we're all part of God.
Yeah.
All right, so what exactly is God then? We're made of
God is a
parts of
source. He's in you.
God is a source. Okay,
He's in you.
so he
Because
okay, so
because
God is in
the
me.
body that we
So
have, right? The
so that
body that we
means
have is temporary. It's not
so
us.
so
We're
hold
just
on.
a
Let me
spirit.
let me
The
just
body
let me
is not
hold
our
on. Listen,
bodies.
listen. Let me try to understand this. So God is
Okay.
within us. All right. So if God is within us,
Mm-hmm.
uh does that mean that we're separate from God, or we can be separate from God, or what?
You can only be separate from him if you choose to be mentally, but you all come from him. We're all part of him. I'm not saying everybody on this planet, because there's also reptilians there's other entities that live among us as well. But we're not just alone on this planet, on this dimension or planet or whatever you want to call it.
Reptilians, my
But
nigga.
yeah,
Fucking
brother, we're
Christ.
not the only things on this planet. Yes.
Fucking Christ. All right. Jovan, go ahead, and then Kay, I'm gonna bring you up in a bit. All right.
You know, reptilians is crazy.
I'm being trolled here. I gotta be getting trolled here. Kay, I'm gonna bring you up in a little bit. I gotta be getting trolled here, bro. Like, are you for real right now? You for real?
All right. No, brother, I'm really being real. Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from the United States. My parents are from Haiti.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'm new here, bro. I'm just trying to understand. You said, can you give me a good reason to believe in God? What do you believe in? You think you're just here by accident?
No, my parents put on some sexy compa music while they were in Haiti, and by the time they got here, I was born.
Yeah, we're
So you
definitely here
think
by
Earth is
accident.
just here? You just think this is just here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So you just think you just exist?
Yeah. We're all just,
Do you have like a response to that, or are you just gonna be like, yeah? each
yeah,
time?
we're all electric sacks of meat, basically. Yeah.
Well, I got it out of him last time.
Brother, you are more powerful than what you are, brother. You don't just exist, my brother. You are more
Hey.
powerful than what you are, brothers
Hey.
or sisters. You don't
It's
just
not.
exist.
It's not that.
You don't just exist, brother. You're here for a purpose. Even you, that's on my podcast, brother. You have a gift. You don't just exist,
Bro,
just
what is he
exist.
saying
brother.
right
You have a
now?
gift.
Okay,
my
so
brother.
what
That's why you're here.
All right, so
Why do
what's
y'all
this?
always come up to preach?
It's like they always come.
Engage in the like
I'm not
argument.
preaching. There's no such thing as preaching, brother. There's no such thing as preaching. We're just here to inspire one another. Love.
That is preaching.
Life is about love.
Yeah,
That's it.
this is preaching, bro. This is preaching. This is preaching
Do you
because it's
have
like,
no
evidence
preaching, brother. I
that God
just
exists?
spread love,
Repent. Do you
I
have
don't
any
do no
evidence
church.
God
I don't do no
exists?
church.
hold
I don't do none of that
on,
stuff.
hold on.
bro. I
Repent,
just-
repent.
What is
speak
we
love.
repenting
That's it.
from?
Hold on, repent. Listen, bro. You need to actually
Yeah,
engage in the
what's good?
conversation. You need to
Yes, sir.
actually.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a lag probably. You need to actually engage in the conversation. Okay, don't just
Yeah, I know.
ramble off. All right, so we're asking for evidence if your God
I'm not
exists,
rambling. I'm just asking you.
my man's. We're asking you for evidence if a God exists, and you keep saying that we're all part of a source. What in the entire hell does that mean?
We all come from the primordial.
The fact that you and I were talking right now, the fact that me and you were speaking right now, that's God.
Holy shit.
Yep.
No,
All
that's
right.
TikTok.
Your connection.
All right. So
Can someone give us, please, like an actual reason to believe in God? Does anybody have that? On God?
holy
You don't
crap.
have to believe in him. Just know that he's part of you. You're part of him.
Then
Host, I got a quick
It's
question.
not about
for you.
religion. It's not about
No way,
groups.
bro.
None of that stuff.
Host, I got a quick question for you.
Ain't no fucking way, bro.
Question. Yeah. So,
So is it true that you kind of believe in God, but you just hate God because you disagree with the things that He done in the Bible?
Bossy, I'm like, Bossy, you have forced me to deal with this without any response for for over 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes.
I know, Kay. I'm sorry. I know, Kay. I'm sorry. It's just
Well, that's what you told me last time I was up there, host. That's what you told me last time. It's not that you
no,
don't.
I didn't. No,
I'm like,
Yes,
legendary.
you
You're not
said
gonna
that
on mute
the
until someone addressed you. Stay on mute until someone addressed you.
yeah.
Like,
so I cooked the
Okay,
host last time, and y'all
legend,
put it
yeah,
legendary,
I'm back.
legendary. Go ahead and mute real quick. Legendary, go ahead and
okay,
mute real
bye.
quick.
Bye
Yeah,
bye.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, Bossy, when are they gonna learn that I don't play these type of games?
Uh,
I'm like,
uh,
I'm like, you don't run a misogynistic live. So since when does not listening to women who are mods? Like,
I don't. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Chelsea, how's it going, Chelsea? I'm gonna bring you up in a second. I just don't want it to get too cluttered. All right, so repent. Are you gonna give us any good reason to believe in a God?
I have
Otherwise,
a
we're just gonna
question.
move on.
Repent.
Okay, go ahead.
I promise you, I'm not trolling when I ask this. Are you under the influence tonight?
You there,
Like,
repent?
What did she ask me?
I
I didn't
really
hear
want to
her.
know.
Repent. She asked you, are you sober tonight, or did you take a Eddie Winslow?
She said, "Am I under the influence?"
Like, yes, have you done any substances tonight? Like, I really want to know.
Yeah, me too. I want to know
No.
as well.
Why? I don't even do anything like that.
Okay,
Oh, so
great.
you dead ass.
So you dead ass talking about reptilians without any substances in your body.
I mean, what you guys are witnessing, what you guys are witnessing is someone who's awake. You're still asleep, my brother.
You know what? I'm gonna keep.
I'm on a reality
You guys
show
are all
here,
asleep.
Renee.
All you guys are all asleep. None of you guys are awake.
There's no way.
That's why I came to
You know what? I
give you
don't
guys
like to
love,
be
brother.
trolled,
That's it.
When we
That's
said you
why she
gotta
asked me
open
if
your
she
door.
threw under substance or something. Because you guys were asleep.
Yo,
You gotta open your mind, brother. You're here for a reason.
hey,
You're not
yo,
here by accident. You don't just
hey,
exist.
hey,
Bro, what?
yo, Jovan, you're
That doesn't even make any sense.
hold on, like Jovan, you're new here, but this is what I get all the time. You can ask Kay. I get this type of crazy shit all the time. I don't know why, bro. I really
You
don't
don't
know
got
why.
nobody that can actually answer
Like,
this
why do the
question you got on
crazies
the
love your
board.
lives, Rosie? Like,
I just get all of the insane
It's
people
not
for some
crazy,
reason,
brother.
bro.
It's just good conversation.
Repent. Can I ask you
to
one
be
question?
fair,
Can I ask you one
things are
question?
pretty crazy, so it's valid. But still,
Hold on. Jovan had a question. Hold on,
Go
Jovan had a
ahead.
question. Go ahead, Jovan.
Yeah, I just want to repent. Do you believe in any of the thousands of gods that exist in the world?
Yes.
Which one?
don't say all of them. Please don't say all of them.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm on vacation, so my connection's kind of weird. So what did you ask me?
Do you believe in any god?
Do I believe in
If-
aliens? Is that what you said?
Holy shit.
No.
He's under the substances, bro. Like you're on vacation right now. I already
believe
know
it.
you're on the substances, bro.
Bro,
Like,
he's
I'm
trolling.
like, so
He's
you on vacation and you
trolling.
haven't drank tonight. You haven't I don't know if I can say that word, but can I say that word?
You guys know what's so funny about this? You guys know what's so funny about this?
You haven't smoked.
My
you haven't
wife is
drank,
literally
like,
accosting me, and she's laughing because I don't even do anything like that.
Okay.
We don't even do
So
anything
this
like
is
that.
just you and your natural
We're just
state?
having a conversation. You guys, again,
This is you sober?
This is him
if you guys
sober.
watch my page, you guys would. If you guys watch my, if you guys watch my page, you guys will see. That
I
I'm
ain't
not
paying
cutting.
for
This is
your.
who I
I'm
am.
not paying for your course and paying to get into your Discord and get your course. No. Can you just tell me? Do
I
you
don't need
believe
any.
in
I don't need you
any?
to pay. I don't
Do
need you to
you
pay me
believe in
anything,
any
brother.
god?
I'm well
Do you
off.
believe
I'm
in
well
any
off,
god?
brother. I don't need your money,
Any,
brother.
bro? Do you believe in any god
I don't need your
whatsoever?
money, brother.
I'm like
I don't need your
I'm
money.
like, listen.
Jesus Christ, this is
I
amazing.
believe
Please,
in the
can we
one
can we just
true
move on to the other
source.
person? This
The
is
one true
crazy.
source.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna go ahead and move on.
like-
All right, so repent. Go ahead and enjoy your vacation. Don't take
Yeah.
too many shrooms, please. And have a good night. Yeah.
have a
All
great
right.
night. Like, I was just going to tell you, I've definitely gotten a key from him being up here.
Yo, this happens all the time, bro. Just
Like, why do
it's
all
insane.
Lucy, like, I'm being so dead ass. Why do all the crazies love your life?
They love my life. I think it's because I'm nicer than everybody
Crazies
else.
are obsessed with you.
I think it's because I'm nicer than everybody else. I don't drop them immediately. I get a little bit entertainment out of them, and then I drop. But Christ Almighty,
Not
bro.
at me, you're mine. I'm a bitch. I really can be a bitch.
Yeah.
And to be
boy.
honest, I'm actually a lot meaner than you. I really have no patience for stupidity.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. All right.
Do you
So
know how many people have probably have said in your lives that I'm such a bitch and have called me out of my name?
Oh,
called
yeah,
me a
yeah,
bitch
definitely.
all the time. I don't give a fuck.
oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I still remember that clubhouse thing you had. Those Christians were so mad, bro.
Oh, they were so mad.
They were so mad.
And I didn't know how bad it was, the response until you had told me.
It's because you said something about Jesus being gay or something like
Jesus
that.
was a bottom.
Jesus was a bottom, yeah. Yo, there's an app called Clubhouse where I met Kay at, right? And she made a live room one time where she said Jesus was a bottom and he was taking it. You know what I'm saying? And she brought up that
On Easter Day.
on Easter Day, and she said that Jesus was busting it wide open for Paul and all that shit. Just sacrilegious shit, right? And when I tell y'all, there were like 7 other lives at the same time angry at her. So upset. Bro, it was hilarious. That was one of the funniest days ever, bro. I jumped on it. I'm like, why does Kay have
I was trolling them that whole week. That whole week up to
whole
Easter
week?
Sunday.
Bro, I opened up the app. I'm like, why is Kay live on so many different rooms? How does she do that? And that's when I realized it was people making like response to rooms about Kay. I was like, wow, they all responded.
And let me tell you, I trolled them that entire, and I saved that exact thing for Easter Sunday.
Boy.
I wanted to say that. Oh, I saved the best for Easter Sunday, honey. They couldn't take me.
Oh man, it went crazy. Okay. Let's get back to life. I'm sorry. Let's get back to life. All right, Josiah, how you doing? We're gonna try not to jump you. Chelsea, I see you, and Nouvelle, I see you as well. I'm gonna add you guys in a bit. All right, Josiah, we're gonna try not to jump you. Okay. Are you at least 18? And what do you think is a good reason for us to believe in a God?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I've been sitting right here waiting. You was talking to me, brother?
Yeah, I was talking to you. I see your name is Josiah, God's child. I'm assuming that you believe in a God. Are you at least 18? And can you give us a good reason?
Yes, I'm 24, and I would say yes. I'll give you a reason.
Okay, sure. What is the reason you think that we should believe in a God? I'll give you 1 minute to give that explanation. Go ahead.
I mean, just quite simply because you have, creation. You have the earth, you have the sun, the moons, and the stars. You have all of the things that are like ordered wise with how the moon and the stars and how the earth perfectly, or the sun perfectly revolves around the sun and it revolves around the earth. You have the moon, you have everything that is needed. You have the explanation, the representation of how everything is intently designed. Like if the earth, or with the gravity of the earth was slightly less, everything would, if everything was slightly more, everything would just drift out from everywhere and everything would just collapse in on itself.
All right,
Kind
cool.
of like a black hole. So I would say,
All right, great. That's 1
you
minute.
have creation.
All right, cool. So that's 1 minute. All right. So basically, you just told us look at the trees. That's not good enough for me. How about you, Kay? Is that good enough for you?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say the
I want to
trees,
know
but it's not
why
also.
do those what about those things equate to a God?
Okay. I was saying, simply point. I necessarily just point to trees. I'm saying, creation and intently how everything is designed, put together, the order. You can't get order. You can't get life, and like us, not life. We get life from each other, our parents, but life and all of this itself has to come from a creator, a sophisticated mind above anything that we can comprehend.
Okay, so
evidence
But how
for
everything
okay, so
is
Josiah,
ordered.
pause me real quick. All right, so cool. Everything must have came from somewhere. Great. Does that necessarily show that it came from a God?
Like I said, yeah, an intent. Okay, Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So
So
let me
yes.
put this.
All right. So pause real quick, Josiah. All right. So Jovan, did that convince you at all?
No, it's just a watchmaker argument.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's just the watchmaker
Yeah,
argument.
and the watchmaker argument doesn't really tell us anything. Like you're making this claim that the universe is too complex for there to be for there not to have been some sort of intelligent designer. However, I would just argue, A, the universe is not complex. Most of the universe is actually terribly designed. We can't live in most of the universe. It's actually horrible for us and like any other creature. And two, we can very well see that complex designs arise out of very simple things. I mean, Darwinism has proven this time and time again. So I'm just not convinced with the evidence you've provided.
Also, I just want to say this. Every time that they make those arguments, I find it so interesting because did they not realize they're insulting humans?
I'm sorry if I didn't try to offend anyone. I don't offend humans at
Oh
all.
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, you're not offending me. I'm just saying. Essentially, what you're naming is the humans are so stupid that they couldn't come up with. I'm like that humans. I'm like, and humanity and all of these creation has to come from a divine creator because humans are just so dumb. Like that is what I
No,
hear.
no,
Like,
sister, no, sister. I understand if if you took it that way. I'm sorry if that's that's what it is that you tried to say that I was. Oh, you meant what I said by that. No, what I'm saying is all of creation. Okay, look at this. You've never gotten an order. You can never show me scientifically nothing, no wise where order anything when it comes to how the universe, which is infinite. Like if I was to ask you what you think the universe is, right? It's infinite, like the brother literally just said.
I don't think I
They
would say
can't.
the universe is infinite at all.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
think
I'm
it's
sorry.
infinite at all
I'm
either.
sorry. I didn't know if that's what you know. If that's what you believe the universe is, but like still, either way, I was saying the stars, everything points to an intelligent mind and something that's all powerful. Something that for there to be time, there has to be something that someone outside of time to understand it to be able to create it, who is outside
What's
of it, who
your
is not bound
Outside
by
of
it.
time,
what is your
do you
proof of
know that basically you just said that God doesn't exist because anything outside of time literally does not exist. Like Vosi, have we not dismantled that argument before?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, we've dismantled it
Well,
before.
I mean,
So
that's
this
that
hold
goes
on,
to another
Josiah.
argument.
So Josiah, this is what I wanted to point out to you, right? First you kept on saying this word creation, creation, creation. That implies that the universe or existence was deliberately put here. But that's an assumption that you're making without actually showing evidence of why you have that assumption, right? Like, for example, we know that the house that I live in had to be built from somewhere because if we go out into the forest, you're not just gonna find a fully made house pop up out the ground, right? That doesn't happen. We can't go into the clouds and see a fully made house just in the cloud somewhere. That doesn't happen, right? These are not natural formations of our universe. But what you have to think about it is that every time we think about anything that we know about our universe, gravity, electricity, radioactivity, et cetera, blood, all that type of good stuff, anything that we know about our universe has always had a natural explanation. Everything. But you're saying that existence in of itself has to have some sort of deliberate supernatural explanation. But why is that the case? Why can't the existence in of itself be a natural explanation that we simply don't know yet?
Okay, that's a good point. Now, I kind of like to talk to you, or give you my not an opinion, but what it is that I know about it. Let's say, or all of us know how hard and difficult it is to win the lottery, right? Okay, the lottery is like nearly, it's impossible chance for you to win the lottery. Not say it's impossible, but nearly impossible, right? So even scientifically proven, it's been stated, like how you just said something very important. You said it yourself that for there to be a house, there has to be what a constructor, or someone who built that house. For there to be, for there to be something, it has to come from something, like you literally just said. So how, if the universe, us as humans,
that is
creation, life,
man-made. You're saying
are
that the
created.
humanity was created. You're saying that the plants and the trees and
No, I
all
didn't
of those
say no. I
things.
didn't say the plants and everything once, but yes, everything was brought
But I'm
into
like, but that's
creation.
what you were applying because you're saying that things cannot exist without a divine creator. So that is what we are discussing here. So humanity, the plants, the trees, the animals, the things. What you're naming is that like Volsi's named before. that you're making the assumption of a creator without any evidence to support that claim. That is a assumption you're making, and it is a baseless assumption.
Well,
That
I
is what
wouldn't
it
say.
is.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to interrupt you.
And you're conflating that with like a house or things that are man built. Man built things have a creator because they're not naturally made. You're making the assumption that things that have evolved naturally through time um, have to have a divine creator. So I do not think that that is comparable in any way. Like,
Well, I mean, I
Mhm.
understand you going into the theory of evolution, which that doesn't make any sense anyway, or back up the claim that there isn't a creator because, with creation, they even state
evolution
so
doesn't
in
make
some
sense.
creation that we evolved from what monkeys, right? Well, if we evolved from monkeys and monkeys became or humans became monkeys, then why are there still monkeys and why haven't those monkeys
All right. So
evolved into human beings
so
for after so
Josiah,
long as we
Josiah,
evolved?
Josiah. Let me give you this example, right? I'm assuming that you're also a black person, like we are black people, right?
Yeah, of course.
We all because of the Atlantic slave trade, we all descended from the Yoruba tribe, the Akan tribe, the Fon tribe of Africa.
Many different
Right,
tribes throughout West and Central Africa.
many different tribes of Africa, right? Right. We're descendant of those tribes. Do those tribes still exist?
I mean, of course, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a different thing than life itself. Those are those. That's a
Josiah,
different.
here's what Volsi is saying. The descendants of the transatlantic slave trade now, because of that experience, those descendants now went through ethnogenesis that formed their own ethnicity. That doesn't necessarily. So I'm like, for example, I'm a Black American. Volsi is a Haitian. We descend from the same, assumably the same African tribes because we both are descendants from transatlantic slave trade. But due to our ethnogenesises, Volsi and I are two different ethnicities, despite being descended from the same people.
Right.
That is evolution.
So that's
Okay,
that's
but
what
where-
evolution
where
means.
is the
Hold on.
humans coming
Listen.
from?
Listen, that's what we're trying to give you is an analogy of what evolution is and what it means. We have a common ancestor. No one says that us monkeys and chimpanzees all came from, the gorillas that exist today. We're saying that we all have a common ancestor. Just like how you and your cousin share a grandfather, right? That's a common ancestor.
Yeah, but where did those? I'm asking you, where did those common ancestors come from? Evolution.
They
and
came
all
from
things of
prior
not believing
organisms.
There's a divine
Right. So
mind.
just
believe we just came about by nature.
Josiah, slow down. Slow down. All right? Hold on for a second. Take a breath. Okay. So when it comes to evolution, it's a theory of population genetics, which means that organisms don't evolve individually. They evolve in groups, meaning that our entire group, which is human beings, we evolved at the group level. Not, one person gave birth, not one chimpanzee gave birth to a human one day.
I mean,
It's a
that's
group thing.
theism in a nutshell, ironically.
Ironically, yeah.
Okay.
Because
I
if
understand.
that's their understanding of evolution, then that is textbook theism. That is literally the Adam and Eve story.
Pretty much.
Actually, it's not because the Adam and Eve story
yes,
shows
it is.
clearly that there were no monkeys or humans evolving from monkeys first. God just created humans, which is what I'm saying.
I didn't mean
You're
that in a
saying
literal
the
sense.
basis. I'm asking you the question, which you haven't. I wouldn't say you really fully answered yet. Like how you just gave me the example. Like you said, I was saying a prime example. You have a house. You have someone that needed to build that house. You have
Josiah
these things, and
comparing
there has to be
humans to
someone or someone
houses.
there before it.
The
How?
problem
Where
that's
did humans
happening
just
right
necessarily
now,
come from?
Josiah, the problem that's happening right now is you're making an assumption that the universe needed to start from something, but you
No,
don't
I'm
have
not
any
trying to say
evidence
that
that the
first, but
universe.
I'm just, I'm just asking a question like,
Yeah,
That is
no,
what
hold
you're
on. But
saying.
this is that's the argument. The argument is it's the watchmaker argument. It's that everything has to have a creator. So what's the creator of the universe? But you don't have any evidence to show that the universe itself needs a creator. Nobody does.
so, okay, I'm gonna ask you this question. You saying that it
Josiah,
doesn't?
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you believe that women came from men's rib and humanity came from dirt, like the Adam and Eve story, and et cetera, et cetera? Is that what you believe?
I
Are
believe
you
the Bible.
Christian?
Yes, I do. I believe the Bible.
I'm like, so Josiah, I love that you're a Christian. Okay, so if I'm like, because I'm about to disprove
Well,
that whole claim.
well, not
If
necessarily a
humanity,
Christian, but I do believe in the God in the Bible. You are right about that. I do
I'm
believe
like,
in the God
so
in the Bible.
that makes you a Christian, Josiah. It's fine. Okay, so um, if you believe that, like, and we're talking about the first book of the Bible, Genesis, and the creation story, I want you to tell me the first of all, I want you to tell me one how the Y chromosome is a broken X, meaning that all of humanity starts off as female. They're not the other way around. Every fetus in gestation starts off as female for 6 weeks before the hormones change the anatomy. So that
Josiah,
is
we're
a
gonna try not
fact.
to.
That is a biological fact, Josiah.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna ask you. Science can't prove this because, of course, I'm not saying or trying to say humans,
But
of
that
course, are
does
dumb.
disprove the creation
But
story.
there is okay. Us as humans, would you say that us humans know everything, or that our minds are just infinite, that we are
I
able
didn't
to know
say we know
everything?
everything, but that doesn't mean that God is the answer, though.
Hey,
No, I'm
you
not.
might
Okay,
have
that
to
wasn't
break
what I was trying
it
to
down
say.
a
Hold,
little
hold,
That
hold
was
on,
bit
everybody
more.
pause, everybody pause, everybody
Hold
pause,
on.
everybody pause, because I do want Chelsea to go ahead and say something, but
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
no, I'm all good. But Josiah, I just wanted to point out something that you didn't actually address what Kay said. Every single fetus starts off as female until we get a hormone that makes us male. If the creation story was true and a male came first, it would be in the reverse. So like that shows that the creation story
Like
cannot be true.
actually, Brown, Brown's. It absolutely does disprove that. It does.
Yeah, it
The
does disprove
chicken.
that,
It's
Bronx.
not the chicken or the egg. Humans literally start off as female for 6 weeks of gestation. It is literally impossible because males do not create. They do not create. They fertilize. Males are not. Males are not creators.
Right. So Bronx, I did see you that you requested. Go ahead and request again. I'll bring you up when I bring Dave up here, and you can come up as well. Chelsea, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
Yeah, I put that question in the chat. Why do you think women came from men when it's not possible? Biological possible are supported, and what Kay is saying is absolutely correct. But more so than anything, she touched on the Y chromosome. Every male has the XY chromosome, and Y is not a letter; it's a shape. So it's a derivative of the X chromosome. Every woman or female girl has the XX chromosome, which that makes up our, DNA, everything, our gametes, everything. So it's when she says that she's pretty much trying to drive home that the Y chromosome is an actual mutation of the X chromosome. So that totally disproves that story, Josiah. So that makes it a fairy tale. It makes it fictional because that's not biological possible. And if that was, men wouldn't have a belly button, they wouldn't have nipples, they wouldn't have these things, but because they do, it's because they were originally female.
Okay,
I'm like,
that's
and
it.
so
I'm
Josiah,
fine.
and if that is true, here's what I would like you to do. I want you to find any man, Bosie. I'm like, you're right on live. I'm like, here's what I want you to do on a live one, since that's what people believe. I want you to take out one of your ribs, put it in dirt, and make it human, and then I'll believe in God.
No, okay, this is what I was gonna say. The story of creation, how it is that you take the story of creation is you're kind of trying to limit God. So if there is a God, right? Like I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you. No, I'm not trying to force you to believe anything. What I'm saying, if there was a God, right? If He is all powerful, He's the Creator, can do any and all things, right? He doesn't need a woman to make a man. He made man and woman to show that He is God. God does these things to show that He is God,
But
that
you
He is all
believe
powerful.
God made
You can't
women
confine
because you
God to
believe God
human
is
logic, and He
male.
is all knowing. We're not all knowing. He knows how to do that. He can do that. Is what I'm trying to explain. God is all
First
powerful.
of
We
all, you
aren't.
haven't proven that God exists in this
Well,
live because that's what the live is about.
I'm
Both
sorry.
the
I was just trying to
background.
give just my
Hold on, I'm like,
information. It was
because I'm a mod. I just want to
no, no.
interject real quick. The background is about proving why we should believe in a God. So first, proving that a God exists in the beginning, which you have not done that in this live this far. Second, you believing that God is male and created men and women proves that you believe that that creation isn't. Starts with males. and that is biologically impossible. As
No.
we have just proven, males don't create.
Okay.
They
That
don't
make.
create. That
Okay.
is a fact. I'm like, I
understand.
don't care what your theism tells you. That is a false. That is a false dichotomy.
Okay. Now, I understand what you're saying, but no. Here's what I'm asking you. I'm gonna ask you this simple question. Okay. If there is a God and He is all powerful,
Why
could
does he
He
have
not
to
start
be a
with man
he
before
so
He started
bad?
with
Why does a
woman?
guy have to be a
Why
he?
why do you want him to be a he so bad? Like that's a limitation on God too. So you just contradicted what you said like 30 seconds earlier.
No, it's not a contradiction.
Yeah,
If
it is.
God
Why do you
had
think
no,
God is limited to your God? Even though I know where the word God comes from, but why do you think this deity is limited
Two
to just
genders.
having you know, a male, just being a male? Like what
Why
if
do you
God
think God
is
is male sex? Have you seen God?
okay, here's the thing. I've had encounters with God and to know that God is a He, not just only from the Bible.
Do
Okay,
you
I'm
have
gonna give you
that?
this representation. When
Have you
God
seen a
said, "Let
God with
there
a
be man,"
penis
right,
and male
and let us
phenotype
make
and
man in
secondary
our
sex
image in the Bible. I'm
characteristics?
not trying to get too biblical, but how you brought up the story of Adam and Eve. When God said, "Let us make man in our image," He wasn't just He was talking about also appearance. God has a form. He's not just He's spiritual, but He's not just a being in the sky like how some people be. He's just this baby in the sky, or
All right,
He's
all
just
right.
this ball
So,
of energy. He has a form.
have
Josiah,
you seen his
Josiah,
feet?
Josiah. Hold on, everybody pause.
Yes,
Everybody pause.
I
Hold
would
on.
love this. I would
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
I'm like,
Everybody
does
pause real
God
quick.
have a big penis? I would love to know.
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
not disproving what you're saying, sister. Like I'm saying, okay,
hold on,
like
hold on.
biologically,
Everybody
what I'm
pause.
saying,
Everybody
you're
pause.
right, you're
Everybody
correct.
pause.
I'm not.
Everybody, hold on. Everybody
I'm
pause.
sorry.
Josiah, I know that this is what the Bible says. The question is, how do you know that's actually true? Because just because the Bible says something doesn't mean that it's actually true. So, what evidence do you have of that actually being the case?
Okay, like I was gonna say, I wasn't, trying to come up to just to try to prove. Like I was just trying to give you my. I love this conversation. It's a really good, conversation because the sister gave me a lot more depth when it comes to biology. But like I was trying to explain to her, just simply, I wasn't trying to disprove anything she said. Of course, she's most certainly correct. In order for it to be man, and in order for it to happen, there has to be woman. But I'm saying God, who is all
Not
powerful,
just
who
that,
is able
Josiah.
to do
Every
any and all
man has come
things.
through the womb of a
There
woman, not
doesn't
the
need
other
to
way
be a
around.
woman in order for him to be create man if he's all powerful. We limit God in that way. And if he is God and all
But
powerful, we
that is
cannot
true,
limit
though.
him the same way
Josiah,
he cannot create a man before a
You
woman
just
or a
proving
woman
the
before a man.
creation story
Josiah,
just proves.
hold on. Yeah, pause. Josiah, there is still a problem. You're still assuming that that a God exists, and you haven't actually shown that one does.
First of all, you're assuming that a God exists, and second, you're assuming that God is
It's
male.
male. That's another problem.
Well, I
Can
would
I
say
jump in here too?
Hold on, I'm
He's
gonna
doing a
get
terrible job of explaining
Tori's up
why
here.
you
I'm gonna
refer to
get
we
God as
have.
Father
Well, I
God.
would say we have the earth, we have the universe, right? You what you said
Hold
kind
on,
of proves more of what it
Josiah.
is that I'm trying to
Josiah,
say.
hold on. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tori. My bad. Hi, sis.
Hey, boo. What I want to
Hey,
say to
girl.
how are you doing, boo boo? Sakwase?
Eh, sakafet.
Sakwase?
Mla, sakafet.
Listen, Josiah, you know what the problem is? Is like what we all have been actually going through when we grew up in a Christian household. At the end of the day, you can never prove that God is real. You can never prove that a man did not come from a woman's womb. What is happening right now, what you're trying to fight, is that when your beliefs are challenged, you start to get defensive. When I tell you that a lot of this stuff that they've been telling us is literally false. God is definitely not a man. It does not even make no sense. Just like my girl Kate said earlier, no man on this earth came from a rib or a woman. They came from a woman. So what religion was created for was to basically devalue women and their contribution to this world. The contribution to this world is a woman. A woman is the reason why a lot of you guys are here. The fact that a lot of these men think that they have a seed when they don't have nothing but a fertilizer. Hush up. I'm being very respectful. I'm almost done. Right? The fact that men had to lie to women and say that we came from a rib. The fact that a lot of men had to lie and say that they have a seed. If you look throughout when it comes to anything, it's not true. So every time you say he, you are literally telling women that they are nothing, they are only God's creation, they cannot create life. Men do not create life. They
No.
fertilize an egg. That is it, and that is all.
Okay, I
That is
agree
it.
totally what you said, sister. We cannot create life, which is what I'm saying. The brother's point, what I'm trying to say, like my whole point from the beginning, like I kind of got a little distracted because I was trying to answer his question specifically. Like I was stating, Like how he said out his own mouth, we need something to come from something. Like I asked him the question, if we all just came from nothing, if the story of creation is false, where did human beings, where did everything just come from?
Okay,
You
so
can't
let me
explain
try to answer
logically without
Josiah,
anything.
Josiah. I'm going to go ahead and try to explain this again, all right? Number one, yes, sure. Like something can't come from nothing, right? We all understand that. No one ever said that though. That's the first mistake that you're making. No one ever said we came from nothing. When it comes to human beings, we evolved, right, over time. We evolved from earlier creatures, and we have evidence that we are related to all the other animals on this planet. Like we share 99% of our DNA with chimpanzees, 98% with gorillas, 80% with mice. So we know that that these are related to us, and that's where we came from, etc. Right? But when it comes to the actual universe, actual existence, what happened to make the Big Bang the Big Bang? What happened there? No one knows. We don't know that answer. But the issue is that you're saying that you do know the answer, but your answer is completely unfalsifiable, completely unproven. You're just saying this God thing did it without any evidence of that's there. You're just saying, oh, it must have been something. Cool. It must have been something that made the Big Bang the Big Bang. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the God that you believe in.
That's understandable. We can totally agree and not agree on that point. I totally respect your point, your place. But I'm saying, I mean, she made a very beautiful point. Like, of course, about biology. I don't disprove science, but I'm saying we can't have science and our own human logic to explain the supernatural with just what we are. We're just humans,
But
and
you
not to say
first
we're
have
just
to
dumb.
establish
Not
that
to
some
say we
things
don't have
were
no wisdom,
natural,
but
Josiah, and you're not doing that.
we can't use our level of comprehension to understand a God that is
Well,
supernatural.
yes,
Okay,
we can because you
This
want to
is
know how
a
why
this
we
is
can
a
because your God absolutely created Bibles and holy books for human interpretation to worship Him. So yes, we can.
Wait. So
And,
if
and I
if we
don't.
can't if we can't understand this God, right? Why does he want a relationship with us then? If we can't understand him.
you
Why
can
does he
understand
want
him.
us to read the Bible?
If
Why does
he's
he want
real,
us
right?
to
He
read the
wants you to
Bible
seek
to
him. He
have a
wants you to
relationship?
know
Yo,
that he
Josiah, can you
exists.
tag me in?
You
I
just
got you.
have to seek him
Okay, and
to
so
find
hold
him.
on, everybody pause, because we do have some more people on the stage, Dave and Bronx. But I thought I heard Jovan want to say something. Jovan, I'm sorry. Did you want to say something before I interrupted?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We're doing a lot of presupposition in this argument. We need to stick to the can we prove God exists, and the argument is could something be made from nothing? But there's been no way for the side of the theists here to substantiate that that's the case. There's no evidence that something can't come from nothing. There's also no evidence that it did. There's no evidence that there was ever a nothing, right? Even
And
the Big
none of us
Bang
even
doesn't
said
supposit
that.
a nothing. The Big Bang just supposits that at one point all matter in the universe was hyper condensed and then expanded. It doesn't even make the claim that there was a nothing. So I'm just until we can get a relevant argument out of the theists for why their belief is God, like why they believe that God is the answer to this gap, which is I don't know why we went from Watchmaker to God of the Gaps, but like until you get that, there's no point in arguing the rest of it because we're just going to get right back to that same question.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can
That's
understand
actually
exactly. I'm sorry, brother. I didn't mean to
that's
interrupt
actually
you.
all good. That's actually another one of my issues, right? Because like nothingness can't be a thing, right? Because let me ask you, Josiah, the moment that you point to nothing, what does it become?
Nothing.
Nothing
No,
is nothing. Like
no,
zero
no.
is
Hold on,
like
wait.
zero is zero.
Listen. If I were to actually detect a whole nothing and I was actually to point to it and say that's nothing, it becomes something because I can point to it. You see what I'm saying? So nothingness can't not be a thing. That's what I mean.
And that's why I'm trying to. Well, okay. So that's why I'm trying to explain, brother. So I'm not okay. I totally understand your point of view, like with evidence and things. As my evidence, and basically, what I'm trying to say is that all of us in creation, everything in the whole is enough because, like you say, of course, the animals and all the creatures and everything. Where did those creatures come from? Like you just literally said,
Josiah,
We
nothing.
evolved, bro. We
There's
evolved.
never
Okay,
proven
wait.
that nothing.
Everybody,
We've
pause.
never
Pause.
proven
Okay,
that
Josiah,
scientifically
hold
proven
on,
that this
wait.
never happened.
Stop. We evolved, okay? Evolution is the answer. Chelsea, go ahead, and then I'm gonna get to Dave and Bronx, and then Sean. Sean, I know you're friendly. Mother of Prep, I'm gonna bring you up once
Sean,
anybody
and
else
then
drops.
can we get
Hold on.
Tori in?
Oh yeah. And Tori had wanted to say something, but go ahead, Chelsea first, please.
Yeah, after I say this, I'm gonna drop because I kind of really want a Christian or a theist to come up here and really give me a good reason to believe in their God, especially during these times. But Josiah, as Rosie was speaking about evolution, have you ever heard of eukaryotes? In these things, these bacteria, pretty much we evolved. I know it sounds weird. I know it's gonna sound crazy. We evolved from prokaryotes and eukaryotes, single-celled organisms, and it's pretty much bacteria. Everything that you see nowadays, it evolved for millions and millions of years. It did not. Even if you have like some sort of bacteria, you look at it under a petri dish, and you just have it there for millions and years. It grows just like mold grows. Like we're eukaryotes. We evolve over time. And I know that's bad. I know, I won't say it's bad, but I know we don't really teach that in grade school. You got to learn that. You got to go to college to learn that in microbiology. But that's pretty much what it is. And it's not. And I feel like in a simpler way, so people just won't go out of their mind. They give you this deity. They give you this God to say, look, you can.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys. One second.
No problem.
When the truth of the matter is, it's more simpler in a way. It's just evolution. We evolved over millions of years. 100 years ago, humans didn't look like they look now. 200 years before that, humans didn't look like they look then. Because even now, we have so many, this is going to be morbid, but we have so many preservatives and microplastics in our body that when we do expire, the mortician don't have to do as much work as they did 100 years ago, because we're pretty much preserved like that. And with that, we evolve, like our cells evolve, things evolve. That's the thing about cancer. Cancer is not inherently, we don't have a cure for it, but it's pretty much cells trying to evolve, cells just reproducing themselves at a rapid rate. And maybe 50 years from now, we'll understand what those cells' purpose are and what they do. But right now, we don't have that answer. But science will catch up. But the answer to your question is, it's not God. It's no male God with a big dick in the sky. It's
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right?
Did you
'Cause
just
I
say
know.
big bitch in the
Okay,
sky?
so I fully respect,
That's hilarious.
I fully respect areas that you come from. I fully
I'm like
respect.
a big back bitch with a little.
I fully
Okay.
respect your opinions. I honestly do, and I love and I respect you and your opinions, especially this brother's opinions. But
Oh, God, that's
what I was
funny.
just trying to say is that, like how you said about evolution and all this, I would say that simply science as well is man's study of creation and things that have already come, that are already been. So we're not making and creating anything new. Science has never really created things just out of nothing. And so, like the brother said, I would
Well,
just say simply,
Oh my God!
you
well,
can't have
Assuming
but
that things were created out of
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah,
No one
well,
else made that here.
no.
well,
That's what I'm
science,
the
science
Bible
has
doesn't say
created.
we
Hold on.
came from
Actually,
nothing.
Josiah, science has created things. What do you call antibiotics? Yeah,
That's from what you get
that's
antibiotics from what?
antibiotics are synthetic. They make them. They don't
But
come from
they
nature.
don't come from it. But what
They
what
make
you
them.
use? What's the main
Well,
ingredient
Josiah's
in
trying to say
antibiotics?
is that the ingredients
What
already
are the main ingredients in
they're trying to say
antibiotics?
that they made
Whoa. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. I apologize. Everybody pause real quick. All right. Josiah, we've been on you for a pretty long time now. We're going to get back to you, I promise. But I do want to get Dave and Bronx into this. Sean, I know you're friendly, so I know your position already. Dave, are you still there?
After Bronx, can we get Tori in?
Yeah,
I'm
of
still
course,
here.
of course. Yeah, all right. Dave is still there. All right, Dave, are you at least 18? And do you think you could give us a good reason to believe in a God?
I am 37, so yes, that qualifies your first one. I would like to hope. I think
Okay,
I
cool.
cool.
All right, cool.
But I'm gonna
Okay.
ask some qualifying questions.
Gotcha. Pause
before
for me.
I get
I
going.
got you. Pause for me real quick. Bronx, how about you? Are you at least 18? And do you think you could give me a good reason to believe in a God?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Sean, you're a friendly of mine. I do know you. I know you're over 18, and I know you're on my side, so I'm not gonna ask you that. Tori, I think you had something to say, Tori. Go ahead, Tori, please.
Well, no, I did. I have a lot to say because, like, I don't think.
I know my sister got something to say, honey.
No, but I'm gonna make this quick. I said the thing that religion was created for a reason. The religion was created for a reason for men to have a hierarchy over women. That is it, and that is all. Right? Men had to lie and literally tell women that you came from a rib that you're supposed to be submissive. This is what literally religion is about. The sad thing is, like, women who have children, right? I have 3 children that I naturally birthed, right? I will look at a man and probably look at him like he's done it. If he ever, in his rabbit ass mind, think that he creates humans, but he does not. A lot of these women do not understand that the reason why this is put in place is literally to control you. If you believe that a man is the reason why you are here, you're going to be more submissive. You are going to be more this and more that. That is the only reason why men created religion and having y'all worship a male deity in the sky. A lot of women only do this when they're very religious because they feel like they have to do this in order to enter a kingdom, whatever. So if y'all don't understand that religion based in itself is manipulation, because they start you off when you were younger. That is it, and that is all. So if a lot of you women will break free from religion, you will literally see the whole entire thing as a fucking hoax. You know, like our president is saying that all these emails is happening right now is a hoax. So I'm letting y'all know, y'all women, y'all have to literally break free from this goddamn spell that males have put you in, that you should be grateful to be here because a man created you from a goddamn rib. And I'm gonna end it there.
Girl.
Appreciate you, Tori.
Listen, this is why you my mutual Tori. We right here. Right here. We are right here.
W Tori.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
want to say, Tori, I'm sorry. I just want to be nosy. Say one last thing as well too, because I want to go get me some food. I love the respect and the conversation that we was able to have, but I don't know. I just want to say I don't want to represent that body of men that want to be over submissive, that want to feel that women have to obey or bow or to look at me as I'm this dear, that this God. No, I just just saying that I was a man, a boy who loved science growing up and loved wanted to know about everything, and I understand. I believe, I love you all, and that I trust you in whatever it is that you believe. You want to believe, that God doesn't exist. I just wanted to give you all some information why I feel and believe that He does, because I just can't sit back and accept that there's all this creation, there's all the planets, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and it came about by nothing. Like I just,
But no one
No.
believes that but Christians. Only Christians believe.
Only Christians believe that.
Only
Only
Exactly.
Christians believe what?
Only Christians
Yeah.
believe that all this was created from nothing because
From nothing.
That's not true.
Okay, so
Yes,
what
it
did?
is.
No,
all
it's
right,
not.
so- hold on. I can show how that's true. What did God make the universe out of?
Out of a void.
Yeah, exactly. That's nothing.
Nothing.
That's
No.
nothing.
He made it from
That was
That's
void. It
nothing.
was void without form.
That's
That's what
nothing,
it says.
bro. That's nothing.
No.
Yes.
Only nothing. What
It
Yes.
just means it didn't have any form.
That's
It just
nothing.
didn't have any form. It didn't mean it was no.
That's nothing, my
Yo, bro,
guy.
you're
A
digging your own
void
grave.
is
We're gonna
literally
argue
nothing.
semantics.
A
I mean,
void
yeah,
is
God-
literally
I'll,
nothing.
I'll
You
concede
literally
that point. I'll
arguing
concede that
logic.
point. Fine, whatever.
All right, gotcha. All right, so everybody pause real quick. Josiah, I appreciate you. We got to move on to Dave and Bronx. Bronx, go ahead and stay with me, and then Sean, I'm gonna get you in as well. All right. All right. So Dave, I'll go ahead and put about let's put about 2 minutes on the clock. Everybody's gonna mute up for 2 minutes. We're gonna let Dave talk. Dave, what is the best reason to believe in a God, or the best reason for us to believe in your God specifically?
Well, best reason to believe that Yahweh is the creator of the universe and His word is true is it's the most logical explanation for why we exist. But before I get into any arguments, because I honestly don't want to waste you guys' time, and I don't want my time wasted. I have some clarifying questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, sure. I was gonna give
Is
you
that
the 2
okay?
minutes. Yeah, sure. I was gonna give you the 2 minutes to give us your best explanation, but yeah, sure. Go ahead and give
I'm
ask the
not-
question first.
If I'm being honest, if we can't establish some ground things, and the explanations, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, sure.
So so are you looking for a proof or an evidence?
Yeah, I'm looking for either evidence or a compelling good reason, which
You know
requires
what,
some
my
evidence.
evidence-
Sure.
Sufficient
I
evidence
just want
to
to
warrant
define
belief.
evidence. Evidence is something you can see, feel, something that can be proven. For example, I can prove, right, that I exist. I can get on camera right now. Hello, I exist. Right, you see
Okay.
me. You can see me. You see these beautiful locks, this melanated, beautiful skin. I can prove I exist.
Okay.
Like, prove your God exists.
Yeah. So basically,
Well,
something that's
that's going to be
testable.
impossible. That's
Okay, cool.
so. Proof and evidence are not mutually synonyms.
All right,
Proof would be like
whatever,
2
whatever.
plus 2 equals
Okay,
4.
I got you. Whatever.
Evidence is
Dave,
presenting facts.
Dave. We don't care. Is there any evidence for the position that there is a God that exists, and what
Yes.
is that evidence?
Well, I like to break it down into the acronym SURGE. The second law of thermodynamics states that the universe is running out of usable energy. If the universe were infinitely old, all energy would have already been used up. So this suggests there has to be a beginning. Universe expansion. Observations show that galaxies are moving away from each other, meaning the universe is expanding. If you reverse the expansion, there's logically leads to a simple point of origin. Radiation afterglow. The Big Bang model predicted a faint uniform radiation that should fill the universe. This afterglow, or cosmic microwave, was discovered and matches the predictions of the Big Bang Theory, ruling out the idea of an eternal universe. Great galaxy seeds. The CBM isn't perfectly uniform. There are tiny temperature variations. These seeds are crucial for the formation of galaxies, and their presence and size precisely match the prediction of the Big Bang Theory. And Einstein's theory of general relativity. The theory shows that space, time, and matter are interconnected. The theory's predictions come from the space-time self and had an absolute beginning. That, and I also the historical evidence and the archaeological
How
digs
is
that we
this?
have.
How is this any?
Okay,
How is,
I'm sorry,
how
Lords.
is
I'm sorry,
anything?
Lords. Actually, pause. I'm sorry, Lords. Actually, pause. Actually, pause. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna go around the round table, and I want everyone to give me just a yes or a no. All right, just a yes or no, everybody. Jovan, did anything he say convince you?
No, because a lot of it was wrong.
How about you, Kay?
I'm sorry. What is the question?
He said yes or no
Hold on,
answers.
Hold on. Yeah. So everybody, just give me a yeah. They can give me a no with us with one sentence. But Kay, did
Okay.
anything he say convince you?
Absolutely not.
How about you, Mother of Prep?
Nope.
How about you, Lords?
No, because how is any of that evidence of God?
How about you, Tori?
Corey?
Absolutely not. It sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
How about you, Sean?
No, because his claims don't match the consensus of cosmologists.
Yeah, so Dave, you didn't give us a good reason, bro. You want to go ahead and try this again? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and go around the round table. Whoever wants to start off
Wait,
first,
hang
I
on.
think.
Time out.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Time out. You asked me for why I believed and what the reason why I believe and what I would explain to you, correct?
No. He asked you a good reason for.
Those are the good reasons why I believe.
No. Wait a minute.
Oh,
That's not what he asked. His question is, what is a good reason? Give him a good reason for him to believe in God. That's the
Okay,
question.
then all right, that still
And
fulfills
then he
the.
asked you for evidence. You said you can't prove it. So what is the evidence? So my question is, how is any of that you named evidence of God?
You only do that in 2 minutes?
No, I mean, listen, sir, you said you had evidence. How is any of that evidence of God?
I mean, it's an opening, and then it opens to discussion further, you know. But
I
Yeah,
know, but
that's
listen,
the
we're-
opener. This is how
listen,
debate
this
happens.
is the thing.
But can
we're all
I
wait,
make a
wait,
suggestion?
well,
Like,
I'm not
actually,
talking.
y'all give
Wait a
Tori the
minute.
floor.
Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah,
But-
let Lords finish, y'all. Go ahead, Lords.
But
Okay.
I mean, we're all adults here, right? You know that this is going to be a conversation that goes into something else, especially with all that you said. But again, can you tell me how what you said is evidence of God?
It's a starting point.
Okay, but it's not evidence.
But you said you had evidence. I could have swore you said that.
Yeah, and I also said that I had the historical and the archaeological evidence, but I can't do all of it in 2 minutes.
Okay, cool. You can't do the historical thing in 2 minutes, but every scientific thing that you said, as Sean pointed out and as Jovan pointed out, kind of goes against the consensus, right? Because when you said that the universe is running out of energy, I'm not even sure where you got that from,
I
But
don't know how
just
that's even possible.
That's the
yeah,
second law of thermodynamics.
So yeah, so can I just point out that is a maybe I don't. This is not meant to be insulting, but that's like a first grader's understanding of the second law of thermodynamics, because entropy on a cosmic scale takes trillions upon trillions of years. The current
Do we know that for certain?
estimates for how long? Yes, the current estimates for how long entropy would
Would you
take
know
on the
that?
scale of the universe.
Do you believe that absolutely?
Is, I think it's like
Listen,
I think
he
it's like
didn't
I
interrupt
think
you.
it's
You
like a
can't keep
Google.
doing this, Dave.
I'm
I'm
asking
like,
Asking
can you
questions.
interrupt? I'm like, Dave, I'm gonna tell you this. If you interrupt while someone else speak, I'm just gonna drop you. So
I'll
just
apologize.
thank you.
all right. Yeah. So don't interrupt. Jovan, go ahead. Say what you're saying again.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Joanne.
yeah. The current consensus is that entropy on the cosmic scale would take like at least a I think it's 10 to 100, which is like a Google.
Yep.
And we do have those estimates come from primarily the observations that we've had over the lifetime of stars, as well as we measure cosmic expansion. Nuclear physics has some bearings on it. The evaporation of black holes, we use that to measure it. But we have a pretty solid idea of how long entropy will take on a universal scale. And we're looking at trillions upon trillions upon trillions of years. We're only at, I think it's like 14 billion is how long old that the estimates are of the universe currently. We're nowhere near the point of entropy. We know this because we still have stars. So we like the stars existing show that the universe still has energy.
Okay,
So
I'm like, y'all, hold on, just because Tori wants to go. Tori, go ahead, sis. I know you want to get in. You there, sis?
I was just making sure that's the Javon that I
That is the
follow.
Jovan that I follow.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Hey, Javon.
Because I'm like, who's Javon?
No, that's Javon.
Right.
I follow him. I always follow him. But okay, but let me. I think what's happening right now is like I think humans. As humans, like if you have no idea how many gods and goddesses that humans have made up throughout the history, right? I guess that something about us that have to believe there's something greater than what we are. If anybody would describe me, I would be agnostic. I need proof. Somebody who grew up a Christian, lived as assistant pastor. I was very, very. But when you start asking questions they can't give you the answer to, now you want proof. So technically, I'll be an agnostic. But what we humans do, what we have been doing for so many years, is trying to understand what we are and who we are. So we make up gods and who did this and the devil and all of this. That is one of the problems that we have as humans. If humans literally realize that we probably created ourselves or whatever, the Big Bang Theory, a lot of people would be better. But when religion came into this world, that's what separates the world from everything. So we have him trying to make us believe that there is a God, there is this God. So mind you, as of right now, I need y'all to understand that you have the white teeth of them people trying to go to Detroit or whatever they're trying to go to because they don't like Muslims. At the end of the day, religion has been the death of all of us. I'm sorry, the unaliving of all humans because of people's beliefs.
Gotcha.
Period, point blank.
There have been wars. Fought in the name of God on several parts of history, and I'm not even just talking about Christianity either. So you're absolutely correct, Tori.
Yeah, there's a lot more. All right, can we pause for a quick commercial break real quick? I promise, Lawrence, I'm gonna get back to you. I know Sean said something about the scientific consensus. I want him to elaborate on that, and then we're gonna get back to Lawrence because I know Lawrence definitely wants to discuss with Dave about more of this. All right, quick commercial break, y'all. We've been stuck at 16K likes for the past maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Unacceptable. Y'all see my live goal right here, right? Let's get us a 30K, y'all. Tap that screen, please. Cash Money Dollars, you've been crashing out in the comments for the past hour and a half, and I already told you request up, and I'll get to you once someone else drops, all right? So go ahead and keep tapping that screen.
Wait, who's crashing out in the comments?
Cash Money Dollars. They keep he or she keeps saying you know, a whole bunch of crap. Don't worry about them. They'll come up soon.
Okay, I'm like, Cash Money, here's what I'm gonna do. If I don't see a request from you in about 2 to 3 minutes, it is now 8:28. If I don't see a request from you by at least 8:35, I'm gonna mute your ass for the whole fucking live because we don't do trolls up in here, honey.
Yeah.
And Volsi could tell you I'm a great moderator because I run a strict program up in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, so y'all, I got a goal of 30K. Let's go ahead and get us to that. Quick commercial break. I do appreciate everybody being here. If you are on my Facebook, I appreciate you watching. If you're on Instagram, I appreciate you watching. And if you on my YouTube, I appreciate you watching there as well. My YouTube is Volsi Thoughts, same thing that is here. Subscribe to the Black Atheist Coalition. Please follow the panel. Jovan Give Great Content. Kay gives great content. Mother Prep. You know, her name is Mother, so she's there. Lords, I'm gonna convince you to go live one day, Lords. Follow Tori and follow Sean. I appreciate you all.
Prep. Yes.
She's the mother, so y'all already know.
No, that name is everything.
It is. All right, so Sean, you said that what Dave said goes against the scientific consensus. I want you to elaborate, and then we're gonna go back to Lords. Go ahead, Sean.
Sure, and I want to be careful when I say against the. There's no consensus that the universe is finite or eternal. More cosmologists believe that there's an eternal time arrow into the past. The bottom line is we don't know what caused the Big Bang, what existed before it, and all of this is only the observable portion of the universe. I'm not claiming there is a consensus that it is eternal, but that is right now unsettled science. And I do want to back up and say, Dave, this probably isn't easy this is challenging for you. You're hearing like 5, 6 different points, and then you got to give like a rebuttal to all of them. So I want you to know that I appreciate that that's not an easy thing to do. But if you feel you have it figured out, write up a research paper and submit it for peer review and get the consensus going. And then I'll be on board that the universe had a beginning. One more thing, if it is finite, I don't have a position until the scientists figure it out because I'm not a cosmologist and I will go with the consensus. I'm not an expert. But if it did have a beginning, it's a huge leap to say instead of what caused it, it was a conscious agent that actually created the universe versus, hey, it had a beginning. We don't know what caused it. Let's figure out what caused it. That's all I had to say on that.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I'm not, whether it had a beginning or not, I'm not sure. I'm just, we don't know yet. That's what I would say. I agree with Sean. All right.
I'm like, but here's the thing I want to know also is why does it matter if everything had a beginning or not? I want to ask that question.
Well, that's what I brought up is if it had a beginning, all right, cool. What caused it and what's the evidence for it? And frankly, I don't consider anyone here, and myself included, qualified to figure that out. There's a lot of people who study this stuff their whole life. Yeah, exactly. People who study this stuff their whole.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. I'm not qualified either. So I'll let the cone heads that have all these like very high levels of linear algebra and all this different math and physics. If they figure it out and they all agree on it, cool. Then I'll accept that.
Gotcha.
Because here's my thing, right? Let's say that we all agreed, right, that there was a beginning. Prove that it's God.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. That will be the next step to prove that the beginning was actually God. But that was a lot. Dave, you don't have to respond to everything, all right? Because I want you to get out.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. No, I don't want to pile on Dave. I want us to have like a direct discussion where you could respond one-on-one, all right? Because there's a lot.
I just want to respond to something in the comments. Cash, you got, I'm like, it is 8:30, it is 8:32. I said to 8:35. You got a few more minutes to request up before I mute you for this whole live. And I promise you, Volsi can tell you I ain't playing.
She ain't playing, yeah. So Cash, request up, and I promise when someone else drops, I will bring you up and we can discuss more.
I'm getting a little tipsy. I'm going to drop, but I'll be back.
All right,
All right, Tori. Okay. Let me tell you something. I know McKay.
Hey, enjoy yourself. Go ahead, yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead. I'm gonna take an Eddie Winslow with. Hey, I'm gonna take an Eddie Winslow with Wifey tonight, so it's all good.
I I
Yeah, I
don't
plan on having
tolerate
myself.
tolerate cowardly behavior, especially from men. I just don't. I just don't appreciate that. So I'm like, I don't do trolls. I don't do none of that. When I mod lives, Volsy can tell you. Volsy is the nice one. I am a self-proclaimed bitch, and I will show you quickly.
Very, very quickly. All right, so this is what I did actually. I actually invited you up, Cash. And if I see that you deny the request and you make another comment, then yeah, Kay's just gonna mute you because you're not being
And
serious.
all Volsy has to do is give the word.
Mm-hmm.
I
Gotcha.
haven't been.
I'm like,
I haven't been seeing
open
the.
box. I better see a request. I better see a request in 2 fucking minutes.
All right,
I
so
haven't seen
Dave,
what Cash is. Oh,
no,
sorry.
no, no, all good.
What is going on in the comments? I haven't been paying attention.
Nah, they're whoever Cash is, they're just commenting, crashing on the comments. I just don't like talking to the comments. But Dave,
And I also
you don't have to.
like, and me and personally, I don't respect cowards. That's
Yeah.
even more
Just
so.
Me neither.
real quick before we go further, just the next person that wants to give us their reason, like the reason why we should believe in God, can it just not be God of the Gaps? I'm begging you.
Cash, one
I'm
more
on my
minute.
knees.
Please
Like
not be God
Donald
of the
Trump
Gaps.
was for Bill Clinton. I'm on my knees.
Yeah.
Cash, one more minute.
That was good. That was good.
All right.
Cash is 8:34. You have 1 more minute to request up.
All right. So
I'm playing.
So Dave, you don't have to respond to everything that we've said. I know it's
Okay.
been a lot. But Lords did want to have a genuine conversation with you. If you remember what you were saying, Lords, you can go ahead now. I'm gonna let you and him go talk to each other for the next few minutes. Nobody interrupt. Kay, if matter of fact, Kay, just go ahead and mute them right now. Just go ahead and do it. You can go ahead and mute them. Yeah, appreciate you. All right. So nobody interrupt. Go ahead and let Lords and Dave talk. If you want somebody else to jump in, go ahead and say, okay, somebody else jump in, and anybody else will jump in. All right.
Well, no,
Go ahead, Lords.
I just want to know how did any of that he said is evidence of a God.
Go ahead, Dave. None of us are going to interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay. It gives us a starting point.
Okay.
It gives us a starting point. And because of that starting point, then we can start building on the evidence that's there. Again, I can't explain. I'll be honest. I'm not going to prove Yahweh's existence in 2 minutes.
No, but listen to what
I'm
you
not-
just said. You said we can build on the evidence that's there.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking you. What is the evidence?
The evidence that there's a starting point, the universe is finite, time's running out, everything I said earlier.
No, what I'm asking is how is that evidence that there is a God? How is time running out evidence that there is a God?
Because there has to be somebody who sets things into motion.
There has to be?
Yes.
There has to be. By what evidence?
Everything has a beginning. Everything
See,
has a
see,
beginning.
you're presupposing a God, right?
No.
When you say that there,
No.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I'm
when
not
you say-
presupposing. That's just the conclusion I've come
no,
to.
but what I'm asking you is, why is it God? That's what I'm asking you.
That the evidence that I've looked at points that's the
Okay,
most
so
logical conclusion.
what?
That's why I believe in God.
Okay, so what other evidence? Because
I also
you're the
believe in
one
the
that said you
historical.
had evidence.
I also believe in the historical accuracy, the historical validity of the Gospels of the New Testament and of the rest of the Bible. I believe in, or I have come to find that the historical and the archaeological. Wow, I am losing. Apologize. I have really bad ADHD. I apologize.
So do I. It's bad. It's okay. Go ahead.
It's not. The ADHD is fun, right? The thought was there, and now it's gone.
And then it goes away. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Archaeological. That's what I was talking about. The archaeological evidence points to the events that happened in the Bible actually happening.
Okay,
I
cool.
would disagree with that vehemently. I think there's actually almost zero evidence in most events in the Bible. The only thing that the only archaeological evidence we may have is that there might have been some historical events, but there's absolutely zero for any of the supernatural, which would lead me to believe that a God does not exist without that supernatural proof.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. Sorry for interrupting, Lords, but I was gonna say
That's what I
as
was
far as
going to say as well.
as far as
There's
the
no evidence.
as far as the
There's
archaeological.
no evidence of like a burning bushes that talk and human beings that resurrect from the dead and the human beings that could survive in the belly of a whale. Like no evidence.
Okay,
for
well,
that.
so
No, but that's what I mean, right? People will tell you, okay, um, scholars agree that, or there is a consensus that Jesus was a real person. Okay, but that's not why you worship Jesus. You don't worship him because you think he was a real person. You worship him because you believe he was supernatural,
yes,
right? So
but
where is
I need
that evidence?
if Matthew, Mark, and Luke and John, the first four gospels of the Bible, are correct, and Jesus is who he says he is, then I have to look at the bigger picture. I have to go back and look at the Old Testament. It's like, okay, well,
But
if
wouldn't the
that's
Bible be the claim though?
look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, I don't even know
Well,
why we would believe Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John when their own accounts of Jesus contradict each other.
they're different perspectives. They're not contradictory.
They're
But
Fully
wouldn't the
contradictory.
Bible?
No, they're
But
not
wouldn't the
contradictory.
Bible be
They
the
were also
claim though?
written
Wait.
way after
They're
the fact.
fully contradictory. Mark,
No, they're not.
not Mark. They literally claim he was born at different times. They claim his
No, they don't.
lineage comes. Yes, they do. What are you talking about? They have different
They have different
recollections.
perspectives.
No,
And
they
yeah.
claim different dates.
Okay,
Hold on, let me
what's
bring this
what different dates?
actually.
Sure, let's.
Can you, can you actually provide scriptures for Dave to look
Yeah.
at?
Yeah,
Let me pull
provide
up
me some
real
scripture.
quickly. Oh, I gotta pull up my handy dandy atheist study guide for a second and go
That's
to
nice.
gospel contradictions. 1 second. Boop, 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 boop.
Sorry, my setup's
Okay, here we
falling
go.
down on me.
So if we look at where Jesus's birth, right? Luke says Jesus was born during Quirinius, which is the 6 CE, where Matthew says Jesus was born during the reign of Herod the Great, which is 4 BCE. Like these are 10 years apart from each other. That's not just different perspectives. That's two people claiming some dude was born 10 years apart from when he was actually born.
What verse? What chapter and verse?
Yeah, I just brought that up too. So okay, in Luke 2:2, it says that he was born in the census of Quirinius, just like how Jovan said, and but that census was in 6 CE, like he said, and in Matthew 2, it places his birth in the reign of Herod, which is 10 years later.
Great Herod or Herod the Greater or Herod the Lesser?
Herod the Great.
Herod the Great. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are years later. So that's a huge contradiction on when Jesus was actually born. Someone got it wrong here. It can't be both 4 CE and 6 CE. That's no. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
That's just one of them. I mean, they have completely different not recollections because none of them are there, but they have completely different tellings of the resurrection. I think it's Matthew is the one who's like, yeah, Jesus just sort of came back. There was no spectacle, and then the rest of them are like, there was thunder, there was earthquakes, the ground was shaking. Like, it's completely
Okay. So this is what I was getting to earlier. I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want you all to waste mine. I want to have a productive conversation, and I want to educate, and I want to have a good faith conversation. It doesn't look like we're doing that.
What?
Wait, how not, bro? How not?
Because you don't agree? And because you proved that there was, in fact, a contradiction?
No.
That's not
I think he's just making
That's not why.
and he's setting it up for him to be the victim.
You're reaching for straws, sir.
No, I don't have.
You're playing a victim. Everybody's been very nice.
I'm not playing the victim. I'm not playing the victim. I just don't want to waste time.
Behavior.
Oh,
So guys, I have no interest. I have no interest in if you want to learn, fine, cool. We'll talk. We'll have a good conversation.
I think
But I don't.
Bias
I,
learning
But
is listening.
hold on, everybody pause real quick. Everybody pause real quick.
Timelines
Hold on, everybody pause real quick.
own Bible.
Hold on, everybody pause
How
real
are you
quick.
gonna teach me
Yeah,
about the Bible?
everybody pause real quick. Everybody pause real quick. All right, so Dave, because you're kind of being insulting to us now, because none of us were being disingenuous or anything like that, and saying that you want to teach us or anything like that. We don't need to teach us anything. All we did was point out that there was a major contradiction in when Jesus was born, and there's major contradictions on who went to the tomb and who saw the tomb, etc. There are contradictions within the gospel narrative. Like, these are not simply different perspectives. They get them completely wrong. You see what I'm saying? I mean, not completely wrong. I'm sorry. They get them completely different. It can't be different perspectives. That's not disingenuous or like not having a good faith conversation. It's
okay.
pointing
All right,
out
let me
that
explain then.
these
Let me
are
explain
different.
then.
So what's the problem?
Let me explain. Well, let me explain why I think it is.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Because, all right, if we see a car crash, right? How many different perspectives are we getting? How many stories are we going to get?
You're gonna
We're
get
all
a lot
tell
of
it differently.
You're gonna get a lot of stories. I get that, right? But the stories are going to have the same theme, right? Like, for
They're
example,
going to have the same central theme, correct?
right? Exactly. If I say I saw a blue car and a red car crash, Jovan is probably gonna say I saw a blue car and a red car crash, and there was someone walking across the street. And Kay would say I saw a blue car and red car crash, and there were someone walking across the street, and there was a red light. You know what I'm saying? But the central theme is we saw a blue car and a red car crash. But if I say I saw a blue car and a red car crash on Tuesday, Joe Vaughn said he saw it on Wednesday, and Kay says she saw it last year in February, there's a problem there, isn't there?
I agree. Okay, and I can agree. I can go ahead and concede the point that there, from the evidence you have provided, there is some differing between the Gospels.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's
all
fine.
we're
That's
pointing
fine. Okay.
Well, I just want to mention. I gave there are so many, especially when we look at the contradictions between the Synoptic Gospels and the Gospel of John. Like, there's massive differences between those three and that singular one. But like, all of the Gospels are written by anonymous authors, none of which claim to have ever met Jesus. All of which wrote 30 years.
Those claims. Well,
those
here's the
At
thing.
least 30 years past that minimum.
Yeah,
some
that's
of
still
them much
no.
longer
That's
than
still within the realm of possibility. They knew Jesus Christ.
No, none of them claim to have ever met
Yes,
Jesus.
yes, they do.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Chapter and verse.
No, they don't. Name that
John was one of. So first off, the only one of those, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So Luke was the only one of those who didn't actually meet Christ, because he was a historian and a doctor.
Chapter and verse where one of the writers claims to have witnessed anything with Christ.
Luke specifically says he was not an eyewitness in Luke 11.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Luke
saying.
1. Yeah, but the rest of them never claim that they were. They never say that
It is
they were
written.
there. They never say it. They don't make any sort of claim to be an eyewitness of Christ.
Yeah. None of the Gospels actually claim they were eyewitnesses. Now they
don't say the words "I was an eyewitness," but they
Exactly.
right from the perspective of "I was there."
Right,
No,
right.
they don't.
You
I'm sorry,
can
go ahead.
you can read that.
Matthew's all written in
reading
third
that.
person. Matthew's all written in
Matthew
third
writes.
person.
Matthew writes in a third person from a Jewish perspective. That is correct.
But that's not as if you were there. If you were there,
He
you would
was
say what's happening.
I mean, you can write in a third person perspective, and it'd be a literary choice.
But Dave,
That
what
literary
the
choice was
whole
not used at that time.
Yes, it was.
No,
There's
but-
plenty.
but
There
what-
was plenty of writings. There was plenty of writings that talked about
That's
real
what-
life
wait a minute,
events.
Dave.
If I was
I
there
said that
and
literary choice of writing in third person as if
Yes.
it's not you saying it when you're writing your letters. When you're writing your letters, because remember, they weren't supposedly writing these as fables or, bedtime stories. They were writing these as facts, not
Yeah,
like
he was writing as
literary
an
choice
account
where
of
you're
what
adding
happened.
art and
Yeah, that's
poetry.
correct.
They're writing it as if these things are actual things that happen.
So
that's
there's no
not
room. So there's no
necessarily a
room.
choice to write it in third person.
So there's
That's just
no.
logical.
No, there's no room for someone to write about, hey, I was here, so I'm going to write it as facts in a third person. There's no room for that.
No
why
room
would
for
they
it at
do
all.
that?
That makes no
But-
sense. You know it's
Why
illegal.
would? Okay.
But Dave, wouldn't the Bible be the claim? Because the only way you know any of this happened is the Bible. The Bible is the claim. The Bible claims
There are other-
that Jesus. Wait a minute. The Bible
Go ahead.
claims that Jesus was the Son of God. The Bible claims that Jesus had a lost weekend. The Bible claims all of this. Where is the evidence of these claims?
Well, there are other people who were there who talked about him and wrote
Here's
about him.
another thing,
All right,
right?
sure.
Like who?
Hold on, let me
Can you
just.
Pontius Pilate.
can you wait a minute? Can you give me a contemporary account of Jesus outside of the Bible?
Why would I do that?
What do you mean why? Because you claimed that there was.
Wow. They're going to what? So just do it.
The main. Well, here's the thing. We don't use it. We don't use that for any. We don't use the secondary sources for anything else in history.
Okay,
At
well
all.
well let me ask you a question. Give me a
And that's
contemporary
also
account. What? Oh,
Whoa. Everybody pause.
what?
Everybody pause.
Give me a
Lords.
contemporary. Give me a contemporary account of Jesus inside the Bible.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. What?
Those aren't contemporary. Those
The
are written
earliest.
decades.
No,
Those
no.
are
So
written.
decades is
Those are
within
wait a
contemporary.
minute.
I
Why do you
just
keep
Decades is within
interrupting me?
contemporary.
What
No,
is
hold on.
going on? Am I losing my mind or something?
Everybody pause. Let's do this. If we're going to have a conversation, let's actually respect each other. Lords was actually still speaking. Don't interrupt, please. Don't interrupt her again. Lords, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, please.
The earliest writing of those gospels, they were written decades after Jesus was crucified. So can you give me some contemporary writings of Jesus in the
During
Bible?
his life.
Decades is within contemporary.
No, the
Yes, it is.
contemporary
Yes,
is
it is. Okay,
during
all right. Let's
while
use
he
the
was
same
alive.
logic. Let's use the same logic. Let's use the same logic for anything else in history.
No.
Yeah, no, yes,
Listen.
because it has to be.
No,
You have to be
you
logically.
are the
You have to be
one.
logically. You have to be
No,
logically
Dave,
consistent,
Dave,
and I am
you are
logically
the one
consistent.
that said, you are the one that said, we don't use
I got you, Jovan.
contemporary writings outside of the Bible. So I'm asking you to find some that are inside of the Bible.
I'm on a live, honey.
I also want to name this, right? Because I think this is important too, right? We know that there are three Abrahamic religions. Two do believe in Jesus, but they believe in Jesus for entirely different reasons. And Islam, and I know this because my sister is Muslim, they don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God. They believe that he was a prophet.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, y'all. Can we hit a quick pause on Dave real quick, because Bronx has been up here for at least an hour. He's been very, very patient.
Wait, before we do that, just
yeah.
one really small thing. There is quite literally zero writings that even Christian scholars agree. There are zero pieces of written eyewitness testimony from any single human that was alive that knew Jesus Christ. There's none from Jesus. We don't have any writings of Jesus. None from his followers. None from any opponents. None from any third-party observer. None from the Romans. And none from any authority of the Jewish faith at the time. There is zero. We only have writings secondhand from people who wrote 20 to 30 years after he died. That's it.
That's the
all we
earliest.
have.
Yeah,
And
that's still
contemporary
contemporary.
means- No, it doesn't.
That's still
because
contemporary.
Contemporary is not.
That is
Because
still contemporary.
No,
Yes,
it's not.
that is still within the
Contemporary-
realm
wait a
of being
minute.
contemporary. Yes.
Contemporary is
means
during someone's
living-
life.
Contemporary means living or occurring at the same time.
After his
If-
unaliving is not at the same time, so therefore it is factually not contemporary. Go ahead, Dave.
Even Christian biblical scholars say the Gospels
I-
are not contemporary writings.
I would not be considered a contemporary of. I would not be. My father was born in 1922. Right. I would not be considered a contemporary of my father. Right. That's not how that word is used.
Yeah, 40 years later is not really considered contemporary, unless we're talking about really ancient history, like during the time where Aristotle and them was alive. But when it comes to Jesus' time, more in modern times, 40, 50 years later, that's not contemporary. Even scholars would say that, like how Jovan pointed out. But but Dave, we're gonna hit a one real quick pause on you, and I do appreciate everybody being here. I know this conversation can get contentious, but let's try to respect each other and not interrupt anybody. All right, because several times y'all have interrupted Lords, and it's getting very annoying. Let's not do that, and let her talk. All right. So all y'all, everybody, go ahead and take a breath. Quick commercial break. I still haven't hit 30K. All right, and K will stop the comments if we don't get to 30K within the next 5 to 10 minutes. All right, let's get to 30K. Tap that screen. All right, tap that screen. I appreciate everybody being here. Shout out to Lord's Mother, Prep, K, and Jovan, and Sean for being here. Dave, we're gonna hit a quick pause on you. If you gotta go, let us know. But I want to talk to Bronx, and someone said that.
Volsi, remember to follow me on your backup page.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm on my backup page right now. I got you.
All three of my accounts, because you know I got multiple
You keep getting
accounts.
banned. Yeah, you keep getting banned. So, all right, we're gonna get to Bronx since Bronx has been here for at least an hour and has been very, very patient. Bronx, I know you're over 18, and you said you could give us a good reason to believe in a God. What do you think is that good reason? I'm gonna put 2 minutes on the clock. What do you think is the good reason? Everybody, mute up. Bronx is gonna give us his good reason to believe in a God.
All right, you asked for a good reason, and the best reason I could give you is to be saved, because who doesn't want to be saved? But whether you believe me that the God of the Bible that I believe in will save you, that's a whole different story. And I really like what y'all said earlier when y'all were talking about, God, if God was a man, why would he make everything just to put women down? I just want to address this for all the sisters that believe in God and everything like that, that God isn't just a man. He's a man and a woman, because it was written in the beginning that God created them in his image, created he them, and them is two. Within Adam was Eve. Yes, they say that Eve came from Adam ribs, but within that one body was a male and a female. So when God separated them, he still called them both Adam. It was after the fall that Eve was given her name, where he separated them as Adam and Eve. So just for reference, God is also male and female, because he even in Proverbs and Psalms, when they're talking about wisdom and all that, they talk about it in a feminist form, because God isn't just in masculine form. We only use masculine when we're trying to oppose something like authority and something. But we also use feminine.
Bronx. We're gonna need you to chill real quick, because now we're preaching at this moment. At this point, so basically, you said that God.
Did this bro just say Psalms?
Oh my God.
I know I didn't just hear Psalms, bro.
Sorry, English not my first language.
What is
get
your
your laugh
first
out.
language, Bronx? What is your first language, Bronx?
Psalms is crazy.
French.
Are you from Haiti? Are you Creole?
No, I'm from Africa.
Oh, you're from Africa. Okay.
Oh, I'm like, what part of Africa?
Congo. So I was probably part of like the colonized areas.
Do they say the P in Congo? Do they say
Do they say Psalm like that? I'm curious.
I wouldn't know. I moved when I was young.
Okay, wait.
English is your first language.
No, French was. I grew up speaking it.
Wait. So wait. French is your first language and not Swahili, or Lingala?
Lingala. That's what my parents mainly speak. I could understand it to an extent. I know a couple of words in it, but
you don't
I'm like
speak
one of those
Lingala.
people that like lost their native tongue.
Okay, so you lost okay, that's actually pretty sad, bro. Ask your parents to teach you Lingala and Swahili, because I wish I knew Swahili. But okay, let's get to what you were actually saying. First of all,
I'm like, but aren't your both of your parents Haitian? Do they speak Swahili in Haiti?
oh no, they speak Haitian Creole. So
That's what I was about to say. Don't they speak Haitian Creole?
yeah, they speak Haitian Creole. That's how I know it.
Isn't like Swahili spoken by Kenyans?
Yeah, Swahili spoken in Kenya, it's spoken in Congo as well. I was just looking it
I
up
don't
to
know
see.
who's in Congo as well. I thought it was it was just Kenya.
Yeah, it's Yeah, Swahili is spoken in Kenya. It's spoken in Congo, Rwanda. It's spoken in a lot of places actually. Like Africa, I'd be jealous of Africans because they can speak like 6 languages and then interchange between all of them. Like it's amazing. On Netflix, watch a show called Bad Influencer. It's from South Africa. You'll see exactly what I mean. They switch between like 6 languages simultaneously, and I don't know how to do that. It's amazing.
But they also have their native.
They also have their native tongue. Yeah, they also have their native tongue.
Yeah, like whether it's
they basically
Hausa
mix
or
languages.
Zulu or whatever. Whatever.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Let's get back to the conversation. All right. So Bronx. First of all, you said that God is intersex somehow because he's male and female. So God is intersex. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I say he's both male and female.
So
All right,
he's a
cool.
hermaphrodite.
Dude, leave.
Say that
Yeah,
again,
he
So
Javon.
you can't
left.
really put a
He
gender
left.
on God. He's a spirit.
Oh yeah, Dave left. Dave left. Okay, so
Bronx, what's your evidence God is real? Like, what's your evidence that he actually exists? Because in the comments, you were just giving God of the gaps again. You said
In
there's
the
a
comments, I was
created, so there
basically
must be a
saying that
creator.
because there's creation, that's my evidence of there to be a creator. Like
Okay,
when
that's
I
just God of
heard,
the
That's
gaps.
when y'all
lazy.
were
yeah,
saying
God of the
earlier, saying
gaps.
that humans evolved from other species because y'all can find evidence in other species. But who's to say that
My bad.
maybe there's evidence in other species because they all had a common creator? So that common creator probably put
I'm like you.
Okay,
I'm
similarities
like you're
upon them.
still
Why
presupposing
is
a
Like
the
I'm
creator,
not discrediting
Bronx.
why is the
evolution
creator
because
God?
yes, we constantly are evolving.
I'm
okay,
like
okay.
Bronx. You are discredit. You are literally Okay, I'm gonna explain it like this: do wolves exist, Bronx?
Do what exists?
Do wolves exist?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you understand. Wolves exist. Okay, have you ever seen a dog, like a human dog, like pets that humans keep? Have you ever seen
Every
a
day.
dog, Bronx?
Oh, I said every day. Yeah, I see them all the
You
time.
see a dog every day. Dogs and wolves evolved from the same species. Dogs are evolved from wolves. Dogs are literally domesticated wolves. That is literally what dogs are. That is evolution.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that humans don't have to come from ape for it to be considered evolution. We
We are
evolve, but we
apes.
don't evolve from
We
All
are
right,
other
apes.
species like that.
Bronx,
That is
Bronx,
literally what it is.
Bronx.
No,
We
it's
we
not.
are apes. Bronx. We are apes. You know how I can prove that we're apes?
But we don't even
Prove
have
it.
to do that. We don't even have to do that. Like we just need to establish that like the God of the gaps doesn't tell us that there's a God. It just tells us that there's a gap in knowledge. You
Correct.
can't prove that that gap is a God. You're just asserting that it is. So without that proof, without the actual evidence that that gap is a God, you're just believing it because you want to believe in it.
I didn't say anything about God replacing evolution.
Right. That's not what we're
That's
saying.
not.
That's not
I'm
what
just
we're
Oh my
That's
saying.
not what we
God.
said. We said, I'm like, stop making the argument of God of the gaps and prove that your God is real. Stop you. I'm like, creation is not evidence for God.
You
Create
you
because
can't you
you're
can't just call us a
presupposing a
creation.
creator.
If you call something a creation, what that is circular reasoning. You're putting the conclusion into the premise.
Hmm.
We are creations, therefore we have a creator. It's the fact that your claim that we are creations that is being debated right now. So you can't put that in the premise of your argument.
Right. Exactly. So you understand what we're saying, right, Bronx? Like how what James said, because you want to prove that we are actually created, but then you're saying that God exists because we're created, and we actually how do you know that? And you say because there's a creation and we're created. It's a circle. You just can't keep doing that. It's a back and forth. You have to show that a God
I'm like,
exists
and I just
first.
want to say this to what Tori said in the comments. Once again, I want to reiterate: only women create other humans. Nobody else. Not your God. Not a woman that came from a man's rib. Only women create humans.
Yeah,
That
but
is it.
that's a two-step process. You can't do that with women alone.
Hey, can I
Right. We
say something
understand
I'm
real
that.
like,
quick on that?
only it's not a two-step
No,
because
no,
all men
no.
do is
But what
fertilize.
we're
Again,
saying
women
is
create in their
Can
bodies.
can I can I
you
say something
can't
real quick on that?
prove that that's a God. You cannot. There is no evidence that
Life
God
comes from a man,
created.
but life is being
Bronx,
No,
Bronx,
formed
Bronx,
listen,
inside the
Bronx, Bronx.
woman.
Stop.
From a
Hold on.
man's
Everybody
there
rib.
pause.
is no
Everybody pause.
evidence.
Glenn
Everybody
fertilized
pause.
the egg. The
Oh,
egg
Everybody
was
pause real
black.
quick. Everybody pause real quick. Everybody pause real quick. Bronx. Lords was speaking. Do not do that again. I'm getting tired of y'all disrespecting Lords, though, for real. Lords was
No,
speaking.
there is
Let her
literally.
finish.
there is no evidence that anything that you're saying you can tie it back to a God. There is no evidence that we were created. There is no evidence that God created us. Just because you exist, right? You have no evidence that your existence is due to any God.
I mean, it's like an equation: z plus a equals x. You could basically fit anything in x. Just because anything can be placed in x doesn't mean that whatever I place in as x isn't real. Because science
I'm
is
like,
still trying to
it is
find
if you
out
don't
what
have
x is.
evidence for it.
But
What do you
Bronx,
mean science is still trying to find out what X is?
Because science itself don't know exactly what happened to the beginning. Y'all can't.
But your God does.
I know,
Explain that.
Yes, it's written
no,
in the
but
Bible. It says,
you
in the
Bronx.
don't
beginning was the word.
either. That's
I
what
mean,
we're
I
trying
don't
to
care
tell
what's
you.
written in the Bible.
Hold on,
Your
I can
Bible is
explain
not
it.
evidence of creation.
I'm sorry.
I
What
can
you were
I'm
saying,
explain it.
gonna
James?
go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead on and drop Volsey. I'll talk to you later.
All right, I got you, Lords. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to
Bronx,
Lords, y'all. Follow Lords. Sean, what you were saying?
Yeah.
yeah. So Bronx, you used circular argument before. We pointed that out. Here's the thing with fallacious arguments. That means they're fallacies. It doesn't mean that what your conclusion is necessarily wrong. It just means it has not been demonstrated to be right. So when you use a fallacious argument, it doesn't mean like your conclusion is absolutely wrong. It just means you have not shown it to be right. Does that make sense? I mean,
Yeah.
do you understand what I mean by that? Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like,
So
okay. I'm like to the
physical world.
comments.
That's
I'm like, Volsey asked y'all to get him to 30K. We are only at 25K. Until y'all get those likes up to 30K, the comments are closed.
Yeah, comments are closed until we get to 30K, y'all. I'm just keep reminding y'all that comments are closed till we get to 30K. So like it up, and then we'll turn the comments right back on. All right. So Bronx, when Lords was up here, she asked you, what is the evidence to show your conclusion? You said it's written in the Bible. The problem is that the Bible is the claim. It is not evidence of anything. How do you actually show that what the Bible says about the beginning of the universe is actually true? How do you show that? You there, Bronx?
Could you repeat that, please?
Okay. So while Tori's really pretty. So while Lords was up here, she said that you claim. How do you show that everything that you're saying is because of a God? You said it's because the Bible says so. So the question then becomes, how do you know what the Bible says is true? Because what the Bible says is just the claim of something. It's not actual evidence of anything, like how James pointed out. So just because the Bible says it doesn't make it true. How do you actually know that what the Bible says is actually true?
Because it was written through a lot of different perspective, and it all seems to align so perfectly, which is magnificent because that been going on through generations and generations where these people haven't even seen or met each other, yet they all seem to point out the same thing.
So
Wait, what?
Can I mention something that's in the Bible that's just like biologically that just cannot happen? So there's a passage in the Bible that says that striped animals exist because there were two animals that were non-striped looking at a striped pole while they mated. Does that sound like that makes any kind of sense?
Could you point out that scripture?
I can.
Yeah, sure. I can find it as well. Hold on. Let me go ahead and find it. All right, y'all.
I wanna
Comments will
try
be
that.
back on when
All
we
the
get to 30K.
contradictions in the Gospels. We're not listening to that.
Mm-hmm. Comments will be back on when we're at 30K, y'all. Okay, so
Yeah. It's Genesis 30, 37 through 41.
yeah, there we go. Black Atheist is correct. Genesis 30, 37 to 40. So listen to this Bronx. It says, then Jacob took fresh rods of poplar and almond and plane and peeled white streaks in them, exposing the white of the rods, meaning that he made a stripe pattern. He then set the rods he had peeled in front of flocks in the throws, that is, in the watering places where the flock came to drink. And since they bred when they came to drink, the flock bred in front of the rods, meaning that the sheep or the goats were in front of these striped rods that Jacob put there, and they were having a good time, right? They were schooly pooping. So Jacob separated the rods and the faces of the flock towards the stripe and completely black animals of the flock of Laban. And he put the droves apart and did not put them within the lamb's flock. So essentially, it said the flocks bred from the rods, and so the flocks produced young that were striped, speckled, and spotted. Meaning that when he put some striped rods, in front of some mating goats, they produce spotted and striped calves. Is that how that works?
Naturally, right now, there isn't a good do that, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a Jacob back then that didn't do it.
Say that again.
Wait, what?
I'm saying that right now there isn't some guy to do that, but that's because they already did it back then.
Bro,
No, they didn't already do it back then.
I mean, just
You are
like
sitting here, hold on, you're sitting here telling us that you genuinely believe that we have like striped and speckled animals because Jacob painted a rod with stripes, and then they looked at that rod while they were while they were mating, and then they produced striped offspring and speckled offspring. Is that that makes sense to you?
well, God creating a man in
I'm
the
asking you
beginning
if it
didn't make
makes
sense
sense
to
to you.
you. I'm
No,
just
it
telling
doesn't.
you,
Does
it is
that
what it
make
is.
sense
It's
to
like the
you?
same side of the same coin.
It's not the same side of the same coin. It's
It
incredibly
is.
anti-science and it's ridiculous.
I want to try that.
It's a stupid belief to have.
Okay, you can turn the
It's
comments back on. We're
dumb.
at 30K. Okay, you can turn the comments back on. We're at 30K.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
got you.
All right, so yeah, Bronx, that is stupid, bro. If you put in a goat that doesn't have stripes and another goat that doesn't have stripes in front of stripe patterns, and they will go ahead and have sex and have a calf, you're saying that calf is gonna come out striped? You learned genetics in high school, bro. You from the I know you from the Bronx, but the Bronx doesn't have bad high schools, bro. The Bronx doesn't have bad high schools. I know you went to high school. You learned about genetics. Is that how genetics works?
Okay, why am I not
Really,
seeing like
no, but as I was
that
saying,
comments
if God
on?
did something, then yeah, it would happen. Just like how He created men in the beginning, but y'all don't believe that. But
He
it can
didn't
still
create man. That's just a claim. I don't know how many times we have to tell you that this is just a
Every man
claim.
came from a
This is a
woman's rib.
claim that is in other
I'm just
religions as
restating
well.
what's
It's
written.
not special to Christianity.
I'm just restating what is written. I'm not trying to go
I'm like,
against what
yeah,
you
and
And
said,
that's
we're
the
but
getting it
problem.
wrong. All humans start off as female. Both of
All
okay, thank you.
species of humans come from a woman. They start off
All
as women. We are your creators. If you keep getting mad at that, the only reason why you're mad at that is because you are your ego won't let you. Your ego won't let you. Have you actually looked up the purpose of the sperm? Have you looked it up? Have you looked up that the sperm is not a seed? Have you looked all of this up? Because it seems like it to me that you're doing this because of your ego. Look it up.
And the funny thing about that, Tori, is that the sperm cannot even function without the mitochondria, i.e., from the
At all.
woman.
Mm-hmm.
Then we found out that we're the ones who actually choose it. Our body chooses the sperm that we want to actually,
Impregnate them, yeah.
I didn't even know that. Did y'all know that? I looked that up.
I just learned that a few weeks ago. Yeah, just learned that a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago. And guess what? Also, all the health problems that a baby often has is caused by the father, not the mother.
Yep.
yeah, because that's where
found that
the
out
genes
too.
come from. That's where the DNA.
So all of y'all men who keep saying that you at your prime when you were a certain age, the older you get as a man, the more your child can actually be messed up in the future.
Mhm.
So all of y'all men say, I can have a baby up until the day I pass away. And that's not how that works.
Nah, ain't how that
At
works.
all.
Mm-mm. If
That ain't how that
you
works.
80 something having kids, you better hope that you're healthy. All right, so Bronx, are you understanding anything that we're talking about right now? Because everything that you've been bringing up are simply claims of a God existence, are simply claims of of God creating us. But the Bible again is the claim, is not the evidence. So what is the evidence that what the Bible is saying is actually true? The second time I'm asking you now, how do we show that's
To
true?
me, it serves as both. But just to address what y'all were saying, y'all keep on pushing men away like if they're the main problem of everything.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
we
Come on,
corrected
Bronx,
the
Bronx,
information.
Bronx. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I'm like,
What we need
address
to worry
Rosie's point. Do
is
not
that
address me and Tori.
yeah, let's actually address what we're going to. Okay, so
Velocity. Can I say something?
Go
The
ahead.
thing is like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but a lot of men have been pushing women away.
Mhm.
But when it comes to creation, right? They have told us that we're nothing but incubators, that we're nothing. They hold a seed, they create the child. So when we do it back to them, they have a problem with it when it's actual
But it's
sex.
true.
Hey, but that's not what I said though. I said it is both male and female. I
No,
said
it is not. I'm like, you have
it is.
fertilizer. You do
All
not
right,
have seed,
Bronx,
sir.
go ahead and come back to me. All right, let's come back to what we're talking about. You said that you take the Bible as both the claim and the evidence, but why would you do that? If I were to, if should you also take the Iliad as both the claims and the evidence as well? Do you know what the Iliad is?
No, please enlighten me.
Bro, I know you took English in high school, bro. There's no way you didn't read the Iliad. You didn't read the Iliad in high school? Okay, maybe you did. That's unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair. A lot of people didn't read the Iliad. I got you. Okay, so in the Iliad, it mentions the Battle of Troy, right? And in the Battle of Troy, it said that Zeus came down from the heavens and thousands of Greek soldiers witnessed that, right? Do you believe in Zeus?
No, but I believe all of those mythological stories can be explained.
Okay, so if all those mythological stories can be explained, how come you don't apply that same thing to your Bible?
Okay, hold on, y'all. What does my avatar have anything to do with the conversation? Like,
Yeah,
I think
have
he's
no
trying to
idea.
bait you.
He is. He's trying to beat.
He's trying to bait you.
That's why I'd be like, don't
I'm like,
worry
it's
about the
funny
comments.
because Tori, didn't y'all just see me come off camera just a few minutes ago? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
And I'm like, I can promise you, I don't have an avatar because I'm ugly. I can promise you that. Y'all just saw me with no makeup.
Exactly. What's up, Bar? We do have Black Atheist Rants on the panel.
What's good?
What's going on, Bar? We have Black Atheist Rants and the Black Atheist both on the panel. Yeah. What's up, y'all?
And it's so funny because Bar also helped me with my deconstruction journey during COVID. So.
He did.
I have to roll. We'll see. I'll be back. I appreciate you guys.
No
I
problem,
enjoyed the
Sean.
conversation.
No problem, Sean. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get out of here in a bit as well because
Bye.
we've been on for about 2 hours, 15 minutes. And,
No, I was saying bye to the guy that just.
I'm like, oh no. Okay.
No, I'm not going nowhere. Like I'm like really lit right now, so I'm gonna be like a problem in the TikTok.
Oh, girl,
stream.
period.
You know it.
yeah, I haven't taken my edible yet, y'all. Yeah, y'all making me jealous. I haven't taken it yet. But all right, let's get back to the conversation. All right, just to
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All
Yeah,
right,
I'm like, yeah, Bar, go ahead.
go ahead, Bar.
I was just gonna say, you hear me, big bro? I got my voice back. We on.
Yeah, we on for Sunday, y'all. Join us
Wait,
Sunday.
Did you lose your voice, Bar?
Yeah. It's been gone for like 2 weeks.
Why did
How
you
is
lose
that
your voice?
even
Was you
possible?
sick?
I don't
What was
know.
you doing?
I had got sick from my nieces and nephews, and I've been
You
down
have a
for
terrible
2 weeks.
immune system. You do know you need to. You have a
Take some
terrible immune
zinc.
system.
Yeah. I've been down. I've been down for 2 weeks. So, and my voice was gone. It was bad.
You should
It
take
was
more
bad.
vitamin C because
Yeah,
like I don't get when I get sick, it's only for like a day because of much vitamin C I take. Right? I'm not the healthiest person, but I know that you should not be down for 2 weeks at
Yeah,
all.
it's been bad. It was bad. It was
Yeah,
I
bad.
know, I
yeah.
know.
Bar,
You
but
right.
like,
I'm
we're
a,
happy to have you. First of all, Bar, I didn't even know you were going live with Vosi like that.
Yeah, we go every Sunday, or we try to go every Sunday.
Belt the ass.
Yeah,
Belt the ass.
yeah, we
I'm
try
like,
to go every
okay,
Sunday.
So I just want to say next Sunday I'll definitely be trying to come to see y'all because y'all are fake for not giving me an invite. So
All bad,
It's
all
this
bad,
Sunday.
all bad, all bad.
This Sunday, not next Sunday.
All bad, but
No,
yeah.
it kind of feels good because like when I see the Haitian flag, I need it. My father's from Haiti, right? And when I see a Haitian flag, I'm just like so like I love it. So
Me too.
it's like
Love it.
yeah, I love it. I love it. But you know what happened to me because no, but Kay, you know that when I was literally getting trolled by the FBA people.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting trolled by them because, mind you, my father's from Haiti. Mind you, my mother had 5 different baby daddies, all Black Americans. So I asked somebody at the
Is your
VA, I
mom
was
Black
like, so No. But I was like, so I'm not FBA because my father's from Haiti, but my mother's from America. Like it's just weird. They was trolling the hell out of me. They was literally writing death threats. So as of right now, Felicity, I'm about to put my Haitian flag up there because I'm literally proud to be a Haitian.
I mean,
I'm not a Haitian all the way, but I am a Haitian.
yeah, you are Haitian by penetration. Yeah, you one of us.
Haitian by penetration is insane language.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Oh man, yeah, we made Bronx go away.
Is your mom? Is your mom Black American? If that's so, why are they trolling you?
Yes, no, my mom is Black American. That's why I look at where I come from. It's a womb. I came from mother's womb. That is my history. But my dad, I love his culture.
You one of us, sis.
I am one of y'all, but the FBA people be like, "Oh my God, you're not this and you're not that." So.
You are literally one of us.
I should not
you
be.
came from a Black American woman.
Okay, my stepmom said, "What about the white mom?" I have a stepmom. She's white. Michelle, I'm sorry, but we all live together. They just moved in, and I love it. But what I'm saying is, like, I love seeing my people, my father's people. I really do respect them.
Yeah. I always love it. I always love seeing, my people. I always love seeing Haitian people, Caribbean people, period, that are not religious. I love seeing it. People from the continent that are not religious. People from the motherland that are not religious. I love seeing it.
I didn't know Tori was not religious until we were on
I'm
a live
not
together.
religious.
About being
I am
atheist.
far from religious. My dad is still trying to get me to convert to Christianity.
I'm like, well, Black Americans are very religious. Did you not grow up in the Black church?
I did. Like, actually, very strongly. Before, my dad had a situation. He went back to his country, he came back. But I was raised by my aunt and uncle. My uncle was the assistant pastor. Think about what I just said.
Oh.
He was assistant pastor. So therefore, I grew up all of that. I did praise dances. I could sing my ass off. I love gospel.
Take
but
me
I'm
to
not
the
religious.
King. It's my offering.
Let me tell you, I used to love that song.
Kirk Franklin are like Black American classics.
Classics,
and the funny thing
boy.
about Velocity, like
Classics.
you have my dad's same shaped head because my dad does not tell me my
That is so shady. That is so
I'm
shady.
trying to find all of my cousins because he had brothers and sisters. I'm just trying to make sure that you're not my cousin somewhere. That's what I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do.
Shaped head. That is so shady.
Oh man, I got the Igbo nod. People from Nigeria always tell me the same thing. I got the Igbo nod. Yeah.
Holy shit, you said the Igbo. Like, do you not understand what I found out about my family history because of my great grandmother? She was like a voodoo priestess. When I was like, Dad, it's voodoo. He's like, no, that's not. My dad's scared of it. But I would never do that. But I did not realize how cultural Haitians are, and I love every minute. That's why I had to learn Creole by myself. I'm still working on it, so I'm just saying.
No, it's all good. We'll teach you.
In the beginning, when you came up in Haitian Creole, I have no idea what whatever that word was.
Oh, we're just saying what's up to each other. You start sakafet, sakafet neg.
Sakpaste, yep.
Sakbase, sakafet baz, sakafet neg. You know once one thing that
it's funny, like they're trolling you, but you came from a Black American woman. Mothers typically pass down culture.
Exactly.
So you are one of us.
So they consider me not FBA. I don't want to be FBA, but don't disrespect my mother. I came from my mother.
It's silly.
I came from my mother.
You know what's one thing that I realize about the Haitian Creole language? Like blackness.
It's hard as hell.
It's hard. Yeah,
it's very hard.
Because it's French words, but it's African grammar, so it's very hard. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is that blackness is actually baked into the language. Because when I say sakafet neg, the root word for that is negro, right? Which means black. But when we call each other neg, that means we call each other like our family. Like you my partner, you my homie, you my family, you my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And you know what?
How hard it was to be in a state where Trump said they eating the cats and dogs. I was here.
Ridiculous,
when
right?
He said it. I was here when he said it. And mind you, when I tell you, hey, boo,
hey,
when I tell you that I was extremely upset about that. I was so upset, and I had to tell, my Springfield Haitian brothers and sisters, like, y'all need to go back to Jersey because I'm originally from Jersey. I just live here, right? And
where do you live? I live this. I'm like, if you're from
Ohio,
Jersey,
I'm in Ohio.
We basically neighbors because I'm from PA. So
Pennsylvania. No, I go from. I know about PA. but I'm not in Jersey anymore. I'm in Ohio. The same
I'm
around the
like,
same
I'm like,
time
oh,
when
I'm like, they got black people like that in Ohio. Like,
what? Are
They
you
actually
fucking
do.
kidding me?
Yeah, there's a lot of people,
No,
black
dead
folks
ass.
in
Are you
Ohio.
kidding me?
Yeah, there's a
They
lot of us
have
in
a lot
Hawaii.
of like
Cleveland.
Cincinnati in itself. I went there. I was
I've
having
never
a
been
good
to
time.
Ohio, so I really do not know. When I think of Ohio, I just think of
I
Wonder Bread
would
outside
not.
of Cleveland.
The good thing about Ohio is that they have a lot of cabins. I've been to like 6 cabins since I've been out here. It's really good cabins. But what I'm telling you, when it comes to the Haitian population, they are great people. And as soon as fucking Trump opened up his fucking mouth disrespecting my people, because mind you, I'm like, Dad, you're my people. I'm Black American too. But that was the hardest thing I had to go through. I had to tell my friends, get the fuck up out of Springfield and go back to Jersey, because in Jersey there's no such thing as an open state carry there.
Yeah.
But in Ohio it is.
In Ohio, yeah, and Florida just became open state as well. Yeah, I mean,
Of course.
You know, what I was
Wait,
saying
what's
about
open state? Can someone tell me what that is? Like, is it like?
No, you can carry around a pew pew.
like out in
That's
the
what
open.
I thought.
Like you carry out and pew out in the open. Like Florida's the same way right now. You just got to get your.
But most of the southern states are. To
I
be
get
fair.
that, but I'm from Jersey. We only the people that we see with pew pews are the smug dealers and the police officers. We was
Cops,
not
yeah.
allowed to carry that.
Even
But
in
in
PA.
Ohio, you can.
Yeah, you
I don't
can.
like
Yeah,
that.
and then Florida is open carry as well. I be having like I'm supposed to be getting my holster soon because the quick commercial break I was gonna say.
Are you in? You're in Florida.
I'm in Florida, yeah. So
You gotta meet my brother. He's Haitian too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll
No,
link
you gotta
up.
meet my brother.
Yeah. So we got the.
I'm gonna tell her about the atheist cookout that's coming up.
That's what I want to say. Like we got the.
Atheist.
Yeah, we got the Black Atheist Skeptics and Humanists Cookout, the Bash Cookout. It's coming down, next year in Florida, in Central Florida. All right, but it is open carry, so I'm gonna have my pew pew with me. And Bar down there, he's gonna be performing some of his music. I'm gonna get that stage, Bar. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get that stage. All right, I'm gonna get that stage. Make sure that you can perform. And
and it's funny because Bar is from. I'm like Bar's family is from where my family's from because my lineage comes from Memphis.
Where?
So. I love my Memphis Black Americans because that's where my lineage.
When I
comes
look
from.
down my Black American history compared to my Haitian history, it's a lot.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there.
A lot. A lot.
Whew, all right, y'all. I don't think we're gonna get any more
night,
guests
Black.
because I don't think we're gonna get any more guests because they all ran away or they all
But
went
can you
away because
add
they
me
tired.
back?
Oh yeah.
And Black Atheist, I follow you for a
Wait,
fucking
did
reason.
I add you back?
Add me back. I know you add me back, but Black Atheist, I add you.
I was about to say, I'm like, I thought I added you back. If I didn't, I'll add you back.
No, we're friends on TikTok. I have 2 accounts. The other one is on punishment because people kept reporting it.
Was it by the misogynist girl? Because we be eating them up together. The misogynist, the red pill.
They hate me so much.
Their ass together.
They hate me so much, and I love it.
You
But
know
they got
hate you.
they
and
got that they
I'm
got
not
that
surprised they
account
don't
so
hate me
bad.
as much as they hate you and Charmaine.
Okay, of course. They literally hate me so much that every time I get reported, they put me on. So, but it is what it is. I'm not going to stop doing it. But thank you, Velocity K. I will see you in the TikTok live. Okay. I wish my dad would have taught me Creole because he just kind of forgot about it when he got here because he's been here so long. I had to learn it all by myself.
Yo, let me tell you. Hold on, let me tell you. That's such a thing with Americanized Haitians. We get that so many times where you be like, "Hey, y'all just jump on the plane and was like, fuck that shit, no more Creole, just English from now on." Like people be getting mad at us.
He told me that he had not spoken to a Haitian person. Mind you, I'm 38. My dad is like 60. He came here when he was like 20, and he said to me, because mind you, he went to Florida. Because that's for some reason, that's where all the Haitians begin at.
Yeah, Florida,
Then he
New York,
went to
Boston.
Maryland. Then he went to Jersey, and that was it. He probably remembers it, but because nobody speaks it to him, he's not speaking it. So he knows English, but he still cannot read English. He cannot read English.
How you can't read
He
English? All right, hey,
Yeah.
Tropical Tiger, I invited you. Oh, there's Tropical Tiger. All right, Tropical Tiger, how's it going? You're gonna be my last guest for tonight because I got to get off because my wife is
Yeah.
already upset at me because I've been on here for
No,
so long.
Yes,
and
guys.
for the haters that are talking, don't ever think because I have a avatar that it's because I'm ugly.
All right, so Tiger, how's it going, Tiger? Are you at least 18, and do you think it gave us a good reason to believe in a God?
Yes, yeah, I'm definitely 18.
Okay, do you think you could give us a good reason to believe in a God?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
All right, sure. Let's talk for a few minutes before I got to get off. What's that reason?
The reason is, what's the alternative? There is no God.
The
And if
alternative
you,
is that we die and that's it, and we only get one shot at life, so we should make it the best ever.
but how does that explain creation? Where
Well,
did we come from?
well, we evolved. You know about evolution,
We
correct?
evolve, and people, as we said earlier, humans come from their mother. Most species they birth by their mothers. So there's
Yeah.
that.
So we evolved. So you understand that we evolved, correct?
I do understand that. However, if you actually, because I had a period of time when I kind of dabbled, with atheism. I was an atheist for a while. And then when I actually zoomed out, right, actually got a big perspective on life and everything in it, literally nothing makes sense. The only reason why we don't believe in God is because you can't see him, you can't prove him, therefore he doesn't exist.
Why is there a good
What
reason to believe in something you can't see?
I just want to go ahead.
Right. So I was gonna say why more than why would you believe something you can't see, but we can't detect, we can't even yeah, exactly. Why would we believe something that we can't detect at all, or we can't even show demonstrably to exist? Because if you're going to the way, like for example, I will say this: the way that you don't believe in Santa Claus and unicorns is the same way I don't believe in God. You don't believe in Santa Claus and unicorns because they sound ridiculous and there's no evidence of them. So same thing with your God. It sounds
And
ridiculous
the
and there's no
funny
evidence of
thing
it.
the funny thing is, Santa Claus has more of a basis than God. Ironically.
Ironically, yeah. At least he was based on a real guy.
Well, evidence for God is creation, is everything that we see in front of us.
All right.
Because
Here's the-
something
here-
cannot come out of nothing.
I got you,
I'm like,
but
I'm like, no, that is an assumption you're making.
right. That's an assumption
Okay.
we're making because we never actually proven that something can't come from nothing because we can't detect nothing. Because the moment you detect nothing, it becomes something. So that's the first problem. But the second problem that I would say is that you're assuming that existence is deliberate, and we have no evidence to show that.
So that's when you actually zoom out and look at life. We literally live on a floating rock,
Yes.
floating in infinite nothingness. That
Yes.
in itself doesn't feel for all of this to just have popped into existence.
But no one
Ex-
says
like, how
that though,
can you
bro. No one
explain
says that. No one says that existence here just popped into existence. There had to be a process, right? But we just don't know or understand it yet. That doesn't mean that a God exists. It could be a natural
Well-
process that we don't understand.
So
And that is okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay to not know what the process is yet, but to just fill that gap of knowledge in with, oh, it's a supernatural disembodied mind that exists outside of space and time. It's that there's no reason to do that.
I just find it
And,
hard to
and,
believe
and
that.
no one does that. And I would just want to point this out. No one does that with any other thing outside of religion.
Yeah, outside of religion, no other belief does that. We only do this with the religion, which is kind of like I don't know why we do that for, but like it's like there's like in anything else, we're gonna need evidence to believe it. If I told you that I had $10 million in Nassau, Bahamas, quit your job so I could give you about $1 billion of it, you're not gonna believe me, are you?
In fact, they're gonna say that you're scamming.
Yeah, you're gonna call me a scammer. But if we say that there's this super intergalactic Uber wizard who created all of space and time that you're gonna meet when you die, that's somehow plausible?
Why not?
Okay, so
why not? That's the thing. Like, why?
why would it
does
be
that
plausible?
not-
Because that's nonsense. If again, Tiger, if I told you that I had $10 billion in the Bahamas, quit your job so I can give you $1 billion of it, are you actually gonna do that?
if you have $10 billion and I see the evidence, like
There you go.
actually have,
There you go.
that's what I'm saying. This earth, this is evidence.
No, it's not.
Because
You're
something-
presupposing a God to create the earth and the heavens and all of these things. You're presupposing
Seeing
that.
that
I'm like, creation is Losi, the trees, is not evidence for a God. But no, it's not.
Okay,
Prove
then
evidence for your God. Why do y'all theists do this?
well, what's the again? What is the you see? It's like a politician that just complains about everything but doesn't offer any solutions.
Tropical.
If there is no God, then what's the alternative?
The alternative-
Claim is on you. It is on you
to provide the evidence. That's number one. But number two, the alternative is a natural process that we do not yet understand. Why is that such a problem? Or the another alternative is we don't know yet. How about that?
Well, it is okay to not know things, but not knowing things does not mean that, guess what? God did it.
Well, because I believe in order of things, so there is a rules in this life. So
Well, I'm like, rules to what? I'm like, this is news to me.
All right. So, Tiger, things having order doesn't necessarily denote a God then, because nature can still have order. Completely naturally.
And
Look at
nature
the
exists naturally.
Well,
natural.
nature
Look at
is
the
brutal.
look
A
at
lion
the
eats a
look at
gazelle.
look at the water cycle. The water cycle is not deliberate. It's just something that naturally happens because of chemistry and physics. That's why the water cycle that's why the water cycle happens, right? And no one put the water cycle into place or into play. It just happens because of chemistry and physics. That's it. Right? It could be the same thing with the universe or existence. It could be chemistry and physics that we simply don't understand. We just don't know yet, bro. But you're putting in this explanation like you do know.
That doesn't mean, one, we won't know in the future, and number two, it means that God exists. You're presupposing that.
well, again, I believe in the order of things. So
Again, you're presupposing that the order is ordained by God.
Yeah, you're presupposing that, and like I said, nature can be orderly without having any sort of deliberate God putting anything into play. Why are you assuming that you believe in the order of things? Therefore, this, super wizard. Why would you assume that?
So if I just want to finish a point that I
Okay,
have
sure.
real quick.
Go ahead.
Less than just give me like 10 seconds. So I believe we were created in the image of God. Why is there thousands and thousands of species and then none of them can write? None of them have a conscience. They have a mind. They have intelligence, but they don't. Why are we the only species on Earth that can do these things? How come there is no other species that can do what we do?
Well, that doesn't mean that God is the reason.
Read, write.
All right. So when you said read and write, the reason why hold on. Actually, chimpanzees can learn to read and write. They don't have the same type of brain capacity we have, but they do understand reading and writing. Yeah, they
don't.
They can understand.
Chimpanzees can read and write.
They can understand how to read.
But
So they
Vosi, even if that wasn't true, let's say it wasn't, that doesn't prove his God.
It doesn't. I was gonna get to that.
Which is the point of the background. Give me a good reason to believe in your God.
Exactly.
And first, you have to establish, in order to believe in a God, that there is even a reason to believe. You have to first establish the God, and then give me a good reason to believe.
Exactly. And when it comes to I was gonna just finish. When it comes to consciousness, other animals do have a conscience. Elephants have empathy. Dolphins have that. Elephants have funerals. Crows even have funerals. Crows will investigate a murder. Like, they're smart enough to know that, okay, like one of our own died. We need to investigate what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, chimpanzees can learn sign language, which means they can actually communicate with us in a way that we can understand, right? So when you say that no other animals can do this, what we see is that social animals can do this. Even mice can learn. Mice can have empathy. Like, they did this before, where they took two mice who grew up beside each other, right? And what they did is that they put a wall in between them, and they gave one mice some food and the other mice no food. And the mice that had no food was scratching at the wall, and the mice that did have food was also scratching at the wall. You know what I'm saying? So they knew that the other one wasn't there, and the mice that did have food, He completely ignored it until the scientists lifted the wall and the other mouse was able to eat with him, meaning that actually concluded that this mouse was his friend, and he understood like fairness. He understood equality. You know what I'm saying? And this is mice. This is mice we're talking about. So yes, other animals can do what we do. The reason why we can do everything that we can do with technology, etc., all that things, is because we have these. If dolphins had these, they will probably be able to do the same thing that we could do.
So what you're talking about
Even
is
better.
the intelligence, and I never said that they're dumb. Animals are smart, right? But a conscience is different than that. A soul.
Wait,
How
you're
come-
you're saying you say a consciousness or a soul?
Well, both. A conscience
Okay.
and a soul.
Wait, you can't prove a soul exists though.
So if you have a body right now, right? A human body, fully intact, organs all good, how come you could never revive it? You can't bring it back to life.
Because the brain dies, and once the brain dies, that's it.
So what if you put a different brain in? Why can't that be fixed?
Because you can't switch out brains. That doesn't work that way. They die. Once you disconnect the brain from certain things, it dies.
So I believe
That's
that's
what the
a
little
soul.
term brain unaliving means.
Yeah, that's what that means. Once you disconnect the brain from certain parts of your body, it's going to die. So that's why we don't
And
have
guess what?
brain
People who
transplants.
are legally brain unalived are actually legally unalived
Yeah,
because the body can no longer function.
correct. We have about 2 more minutes, Tiger. Then I gotta get out of here. You have anything else for us before I get out of here?
No, I mean that was about it. I just wanted to say, like, when I actually
All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody being up here. We're gonna go ahead and get
no
out of
one
here.
can ever give. It's so funny. No one can ever give us a good reason to.
Never. We've been doing these for years, man. We're gonna be here
Like
next 20 years.
I've
I'm
been
telling
your
you.
mod for how many? Like 2 years, 3
Mhm.
years at this point, and not one time has anyone given us a valid reason. Not even close.
Not even close.
It's actually really pathetic when I think about it. Like
Not
no
even close.
theist can give me a valid reason to believe in God. None.
Man. All right, Kay, I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and end this out right now, and love you though. All right, I hope to see you next
Yes,
year
of
in
course.
Florida. I appreciate you,
I'm
Kay.
like, I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try. I have to get like.
You gotta get prepared. I know. I know how. it
Well, I
goes.
have to have the money to do it. I'm hoping by then I will. And then I have to find. Oh God, I have to find a hotel, and so that's gonna be hella expensive. I
I'm
have to
gonna help
find
you
a
out. Yeah, I'm gonna help you out because I know like hotels in the area now. So once I get everything together, I'll probably make either a group or a Discord or anything like that. I'll be dropping all that information, like where to
Yeah, 'cause it's
book
gonna
this
be
hotel,
like-
book this Airbnb,
because I'm not
etc.
from Florida. Like I don't. Outside of you, like to be honest, I don't know anyone in Florida. Oh my God! I just realized something. You're so short, and I'm so tall. I'm gonna tower over you.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna tower over me. Bar I think
And
is
it's
like
it's so hard to imagine you being only 5'5", and
Yeah.
so me, my 5'10" self. God forbid if I have heels on at this stage.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
But Bar is like 6'1", Be Easy is 6'2". You know what I'm saying? You're 5'10".
yeah, Bar
Everybody's
is
tall.
I've been known Bar's tall.
Yeah, man.
Like I met Bar. I actually met Bar. I doubt Bar remembers this, but I met Bar, on YouTube during during the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he remembers it though.
I think Lords is like 5'9" too. It's like all y'all gonna be taller than me. I'm gonna be looking out there like, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to the
And
bash.
don't forget, I wear heels
And,
sometimes.
and you wear heels. Oh God, this is gonna be so bad. They're gonna take the pictures of everybody. I'm gonna be the only little one with a knot on my head.
And
looking
I'm
at
like,
everybody.
don't let me have on a freakum dress with my titties pushed up into me.
Well, I tell you. All
'Cause
right.
it's gonna be a cookout, so I'll probably have on a like a sundress, but like like a little something. I have to find out what I'm gonna wear. I'm like, I doubt I'll be wearing makeup. It's gonna be too hot in fucking Florida.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
I'm like,
Yeah,
if
wear
I
that
do
hat.
wear
Wear that
makeup,
hat and
it's gonna be
shades.
nothing but lip gloss and mascara, because don't nobody got time for that foolishness.
Exactly. Wear a hat and shades. Wear a hat and shades. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get
Like,
out of here, though.
probably
Okay.
the same thing as my family do when they go back to Tennessee.
Yeah, exactly. Hat and
No, because
shades.
that's where it's funny because it's literally funny because me and Bar, like where Bar is from, I think Bar and I have similar lineages because because my family's from Memphis. So my family, like my lineage, like my Black American lineage comes from Tennessee.
Oh, dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, though. Okay, I do appreciate y'all. See you soon. All right. All right, y'all. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I do appreciate everybody. You guys are wonderful. Please join me tomorrow night, and on Sunday I'm gonna be live with Bar for the Thoughts and Rant show. We're gonna be talking to Christians on why Black people should not be Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew Israelite. Come through on Sunday. Follow me. Follow Black Atheist Rants. And I will see y'all soon. All right. Remember always to stay smart, observant. Remember your fallibility and be thoughtful, which means to be soft, y'all. I will see y'all later. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.